finals time. Berry's a season-ending injury, so that's the part that worries you. And, of course, Lorne are just Lorne, aren't they? So we haven't seen a great deal of them, but... but I'd say the best game I've seen would come from Birregurra.
What about you, Hick? What's the best team you've seen? You've been around watching a few games.
Yeah, Birregurra's the best set-up team. No worries, 100%.
They don't have one standout player, do they?
They're fun to watch. Fun to watch too.
They are, and they've got a system. They obviously love the coach and what he's brought and the buy-in from him.
Yep.
The players have bought into the system that they've brought, and I think they're fun to watch. I think
it's just sad we won't get to see Darcy Collins for the rest of the year. He's been through there for the good and the bad, and for having the good time, and to see him go down like that.
And showbiz Liam Mills.
That's right.
It's just so sad. Yeah. It's really sad.
And then you've got Imps, I reckon, are the real X factor because they run.
Yeah.
It's impossible to fathom that they got beat by over 10 goals in the last game of last year against Lorne when they were playing for a final spot. Now, if they could win this week and next week, might as well consider them as a genuine premiership threat.
But you get a day like this on the Central Reserve.
Oh, yeah.
Dry day. You know, I think the guy Stevens in the ruck.
Yeah,
Brody.
He's really
Stevens.
Well, there's another one.
There's another one that's
improved.
really
He has.
He's actually gone again.
Yes.
And he's giving those guys, and it's easy to palm the ball to the Scots and the Wisbeys and these guys because they're going to get it, and when they get it, they're going to run. So, why not jump another 3 or 4 foot and get it to them?
Yeah.
Generally, you reckon this could be a year that, aside from 4th and 5th, could win the flag, couldn't they?
Yeah,
I was just about to say that.
In the reserves in the past, we've seen that.
Yeah, because I think Imps are certainly a threat. And, you look at the ladder and, Illawarra, if they sneak into the 5, you wouldn't write them off either. But, really, if I had to make a call now, I'm saying Illawarra probably are going to be unlucky and probably miss out. So what a great comp Hick you put together.
Yeah, we have. Sun shining. Don't worry about anything else.
Which side, Drew, has the biggest upside to improve over the second half of the year?
Well, I think we could see a side out here today in the Western Eagles. I know they're not going to make the finals this year, but I definitely think they're capable of shaping it up a little bit. The talent's there. We've been really competitive. It had a really good last 3 weeks. So hopefully we want to finish it off today. It will have a good month and then go into the Illawarra B8 game. They've got a few wounded soldiers at the minute there too, and probably fancy their chances in that game. So we see it this time last year. They knock off Lorne in probably the biggest upset in league history. So the talent's there. If it's one team that's going to shake the 5, I wouldn't be surprised if we see these guys today do so.
It'd be good for the league that we have a side in the bottom half that really does take it up to the sides, the top sides, and it's not going to be a, Alvy, look at the fixture. We've got the Western Eagles this week. We'll be right, but you won't be right.
No, that's right.
That's the health of your competition.
There's no gimme games. Even at Polar Bay, you wouldn't want to rock up down at a Polar Bay thinking you're going to have an easy day.
Yeah.
On their day, they're capable of doing something too. But I agree with you, Drewy. I think the Eagles have. I think they've got a lot of upside. I tipped them to sneak into the 5.
We both did.
Yeah, earlier this year.
Probably a year ahead. I reckon we were.
So if they can keep their juniors together, and we've seen them add a couple of class players to the list, if they can do that again next year, they're not coming from a long way back like they were.
One thing I wouldn't mind seeing do is a bit of backup help for Elijah Reid in the ruck over the off-season. I think that's the one area I think they need to target, especially.
If I was Dan in the Eagles, I'd be targeting a big backman.
Yeah, I agree. Actually, that and a ruckman.
Yeah. I would. Yeah, I just if you can get a backman for them,
yes,
I think they'll be well said, because then they can because you look at the results against them. And somebody will get off the chain against them and kick 4, 5, 6, 7 goals. Right?
Yeah.
If they can get a backman that can quell that, all of a sudden there's 6 or 7 goals in front.
Yeah.
Which then tightens your margins again, and you're in the games for longer, and should give you confidence to win those games of footy.
Yeah, and if you were lucky enough to have a Tom Mullane Grant or someone lob yourself at a club like this, and
absolutely,
it could make the world of a difference to it.
All right, around the table, give us your GF tip and your grand final tip. P. Mulherron.
Oh, okay. Well, I think Lorne will be one of the teams in the grand final. And I'd like to say Birregurra, but their injuries worry me, so I'm going to go Imperials to
Lorne and Imps.
And Oh, gee, I'll stick with Lorne, but I'm almost tempted to say in my mind that Imps are almost the team that I really like because they've got so much leg speed and I see so much upside for them.
If we get a dry day come finals time, look, we saw a few weeks ago when they went down there and knocked them off too. I'm a bit similar with Pete. I've still been with Lorne all the way through. I still think they're going to be. I still think on the list wise, I still think they're the best team in it. I think they'll win, and I think they'll beat the Imperials. If the Imps make the top 3. Who knows what could happen?
Heck, financially, what's the best outcome for the league for grand final day?
Today.
Otway versus Eagles.
No, I still like Bury. I think Bury and Lorne would be a good result because it's someone fresh in there.
Yep.
Even though they've played in 3 grand finals in a row.
Yeah, that's okay. No, but I think Bury go. Just the system.
Yeah.
Just the system and the way they go about it. It's going to be hard to beat. And do you
think if there's
when he forms good form?
Do you think if there's a coach in the league that can pick apart a system, it's going to be Ed Curnow?
Yeah, maybe.
Interesting.
Good.
I don't think he's a real.
Back and watches, doesn't he?
He does. And
he doesn't.
I don't know if he's a real tactical coach, though, Pete.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Like
he's grown up in that AFL
He has,
environment.
yeah.
He's got the system.
And he probably picks. I could see him being the type maybe watch a replay somewhere along the line and maybe pick up something.
Well, Brad Circuit, he tells me he watches replays of the clubs that he's about to play and all that. So
I think the thing is,
we've all written off South Colac.
Yeah, I know.
Our premiership favourites.
You had them all in your grand finals.
We did.
I'm going to go with a Bury Imps grand final. I just think those two are the exciting. There'll be 2 exciting sides. But as I said, you could finish 4th or 5th, and I wouldn't write you off to making the premier or winning a premiership. We had Illawarra back in 2015, our first CDFNL live year, come from that elimination final and made the grand final. They did play a very good side at the time in Simpson, but other than that, you've got to finish in the top 3, but I think that is out the window. This year. We'll take a break, and after that we'll be previewing our big round 10 game here at Irrawillipi between the Western Eagles and Otway District, so stay tuned here on Mix FM. We also have a Pete-off plan, so
here we go.
So stay tuned for that.
Ding, 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 ding,
Here on Mix FM.
On Mix FM, this is CDFNL Live. Weekday mornings from 6, it's Mix Brekkie.
Headspace. Yep. On next Friday, kicking off at, is it now 12:30 p.m. Is that? PM, yeah.
Because the flyer that I've had here is a rather large workshop. 12:30 a.m. to 1:45 p.m.
13 hours. 13 hours of some of the finest advocacy you'll ever hear.
Now, this is the first time they've ever had here, so they want to cram as much as they possibly could in.
Mix Brekkie for McDonald's Colac and Snap Fitness Colac. Mix FM.
Nothing beats the sizzle of lamb on the barbecue. Juicy, tender, and packed with flavour. Whether it's a Sunday roast or a midweek feast, lamb is always the right choice for your dinner table. If you're looking for a sizzling career opportunity, Minerva Foods, Colac's largest employer, is hiring. Join the team that brings quality meat to tables worldwide every day. Reach out to the Minerva Foods recruitment team today.
G'day, Barry here from Colac. I've been with Roderick Insurance Brokers for over 10 years. They've always looked after our insurance, from the farm equipment and business to our home and cars. Give them a call so they can look after you too.
Roderick Insurance Brokers, right advice, right decision.
What makes you a local of the Great Southwest? You've dressed up and walked down Murray Street for the Kana Parade. You've ran a couple of laps of Botanical Gardens. And a Holmes pie is the only pie you love. Holmes, the best in the West. Murray Street, Colac.
G'day, Jason here from Assassin's Weed and Vermin Control. Don't let capeweed, dock or any pest weeds or insects take over your property. Let Assassins take care of all your boom spraying needs. So give weeds and vermin the big A. Call Assassins today, 0418 133 167.
Looking for professional NDIS support in Colac, Geelong or Warrnambool? Southwest Individual Support is here for you. The experienced team assists with support coordination, support work and community activities. southwestindividual.com.au.
Is home or business security on your mind? Trust Stevcom, a fully licensed and accredited installer. They can plan the best security solution for you. Alarm, CCTV or door access control. Don't risk it. Choose Stevcom for peace of mind.
Quality and professional earth-moving solutions, that's LGK Earthworks, a family-run business tackling your rural, civil and landscaping projects. For a free, no-obligation quote, lgkearthworks.com.au. Check out their exceptional eye for detail on Instagram.
Pain from your Achilles, heel or plantar fascia can hold you back. Theodore Podiatry not only has your back, they've got your feet, offering non-invasive treatment options like Shockwave with no downtime needed. Step into relief with carefully selected footwear for work, sport and casual outings. The extensive collection includes foot-friendly, comfortable and stylish shoes, including the largest range of Birkenstocks in Colac. Step into relief today. Theodore Podiatry, they've got your feet.
Bobcat. That's a name worth roaring about. And the biggest roar is coming from FSR Equip, the authorised Bobcat dealer for Southwest Victoria and specialist superior. Bobcat telehandlers are built tough to handle any challenge. Follow the sound of the roar and get to FSR Equip, Hugh Murray Drive, Colac East. Bobcat, one tough animal.
Discover a smarter, faster, greener way to build with Echidna Built, a new standard in modular construction. Eco-friendly, high-quality modular buildings, tailored solutions for modern living and working. Perfect for expanding your home or growing your business. Design options range from 1 and 2 bedroom second dwellings or 2, 3 and 4 bedroom homes. Crafted with meticulous detail, every module blends modern aesthetics with sustainable practices. echidnabuilt.com.au, part of the CMTP Group.
Powered by Sports Power Colac, FSR Equip, KFC Colac and Minerva Foods. This is CDFNL Live.
Yeah, happy CDFNL Day for everyone that celebrates round 10 of the CDFNL this afternoon. It is our farmers' game, dedicating our broadcast to all the local farmers in our community that do a wonderful job, but they also tune in every Saturday to listen to our coverage. So we say g'day to those guys. It's the Western Eagles versus the Otway Districts, our broadcast game this afternoon. The Eagles have found a bit of form over the last month, while Otway haven't won a game since their round 3 125th year celebration game against Apollo Bay. So they'll be looking to get the 4 points. It is a big round 10. There's some blockbusters all over the park. And strange enough, all the winners from round 1, when everyone met 9 weeks ago, could potentially lose today if you think about it. South bet Imps back in round 1. Imps are a good chance to win. Lawn defeated Birregurra back in round 1. Birri are probably a good chance to win. Simpson bet Apollo Bay back in round 1. The Bay are a bit of a chance to win there. Otway Districts defeated the Western Eagles back in round 1. Eagles are, you'd say, to be pretty favourites to win there. And then Elvie defeated Illawarra back all the way back in round 1, or was actually
a lifetime ago.
And you'd give a fantastic weekend of football, and we'll see how it all eventuates. But the main here at Irrawillipi, the Western Eagles versus Otway Districts, and we know the D's have had an injury plague last month, but they're starting to get some players back. We see Sammy Mulgrew, who unfortunately missed out on the interleague. He would have been fantastic, and Connor O'Meara as well has come back into the side. Cam Hapgood as well too. While the Eagles, they've been on fire the last month, despite only winning the one game. They've had a win and say their reputation those 3 weeks.
Definitely. They've showed that they can be competitive with the top sides, and they start to believe it themselves. And then on top of that, they they're there for the taking. Yep. They've got to learn to take them. It's all right to get close against those good sides, but you take a win like today and then you move on to the better sides, and and that's where you build yourself from.
Yeah. Honourable losses are no good, Max.
No, that's right.
No good. And this is one they'd look, and Dan and his match and confidence. Got Johnny Sherman doing the timekeeping.
Yeah, so I hope he doesn't do a hamstring getting over the fence.
I'm sure there'll be no 38-minute quarters. So, yeah.
It's going to be a great to 80.
Yeah, look, and I think, but probably both sides would come in thinking, well, we've got some players back in. We're in, except for, Otway got a touch-up last week from South Colac, but prior to that, they weren't too bad.
Yeah.
Like, they really had a crack against Imps and went down in the last, 15 minutes of that game. But they'd both come in and say, yeah, look, we're a real chance here today. And we have good games against one another. We really do play well against one another. And if the good ball users can get the ball enough times, you'll win the game of footy.
Yeah, but teams like this, a lot of time you've got players and your middle ranking players. That's what always gone through. They've just been unfortunate that some of their really good players haven't been able to get on the park every week.
That's right.
And I think Buckwell, after the week we seen him, he hadn't played footy for a long time, and I think he pulled up pretty sore.
I think so.
Took him a while to get over it. So, look, I keep the group together, just add to it as
One day, it will just click.
Yes.
One day. You've got to sit back and like Birregurra last year, they weren't great. They finished, I think, just on memory, second last on the ladder. And, the Eagles bet them a couple of times, and Otway even bet them. Dean Marty kicked 10 goals against them. They're sitting on top of the ladder.
Yeah.
Right now.
It can be done.
It can be done if you get the right people in and the way that you want to build your club up. So the Eagles have done it a little bit different. The slow burn scenario, kids, brought in some younger players, and they're the slow burn. But then eventually one day the buck's gonna have to stop. The losing culture needs to stop, and we need to start winning and start bringing success. And I know country footy clubs isn't about senior success, but I think this club really needs that time where, all right, we need to play finals. We need this. And the same with your mob, Hick. I know I can't even remember the time that they've played finals when I've covered the league, and it's been over 15 years. And I'd love to see an Otway Districts playing the finals, because it'd be just captivating. It will be a big... you could just see the Central Reserve bathed in red and blue. And likewise with the Eagles. So one day, these two sides, they'll play finals, but it's a matter of when.
Yeah, that's right. Well, one of the biggest finals at the Western Oval was Simpson played Otway.
Yeah, that's right.
That was massive.
Yes.
That was like a carrot on Melbourne Cup.
Graham.
Yeah. It sort of like reminds me of when the big crowds at the Melbourne Cup pick back in the day.
It was massive, and a day not dissimilar to this, but we need our, and every competition does. They need their sort of cellar dwellers to push up and start making that competition and get everyone excited again. But you look here today. Wow, what a crowd! There's a amount of people here. I can't believe it.
Like, they're big areas that these two clubs draw from.
They do.
What you find is when that time comes and they do play finals, people with the connection back here, they all come back. It's like when Simpson play finals, you see people you haven't seen for years that rock up and just come back to see Simpson play. And I think these two clubs will be the same when their time comes, and it will come.
It will come.
The reward will happen. You just see right now, Otway just run out the ground and there's 5 or 6 kids running with them. So they do things the right way, both these two clubs. And, it's not, as I said, not the be as all ends all to be playing finals football, but that's your real aim in senior football. And I think the clubs, these two sides are the backbone of the league. They have been the backbone of the league for so long, and they've tried so many different things and avenues to try and go up the ladder, and things haven't worked. And I actually genuinely thought after that game against Apollo Bay that Otway were on the right track, and then they just get hit by the injury stick, and it seems to happen to them every year. They just can't get out of that cycle. And then, the Eagles, they go, this is the year they're going to come up the ladder. And they start slow, and then in the back end of the year, they sort of find a bit of form, a bit like last year. And then this year again, this is the year they're going to make the 5 or really push it. And they started a bit slow, but now they've found the form again. It's about holding it and momentum it to the next year.
That's it. And and you see it in the AFL as well. The sides that can't afford to get injuries.
Yeah, that's right.
And you do get hit by that stick, and you think, okay, 1 year we'll recruit a coach that'll bring a system in. Like, I think Boyo's trying to bring the system in, he's been unlucky.
Yeah,
but just as long as the players buy into the system, you'll continue to work through
and
them.
They always seem to be on the wrong end of those close games. Like if Eagles had the extra 2 points that from the draw, and you look at the ladder and you think, well, gee, there's still a chance.
Still a chance, that's right.
But without that extra 2 points, they're another half a game behind. So it's almost impossible.
Yeah, that's right.
You know, you don't like wiping a team off too early in the season.
But even against Lawn, you know, they were a goal down in that last quarter.
Yeah.
I knew that Lawn never going to lose that game. But, gee, they have another crack, didn't they? And that's what you want to see, this Eagles, to really, in this back half of the year. So they've got 9 games to go on the year. They're probably not going to make the finals. Mathematically still could. But if they can manage to be 5-4 or 6-3 in the last 9 games, that's not just going to help this group. It's going to be Dan goes out and tries to recruit a couple of players, say this is what we did. You take a look. You look at Imperials in 2012. They've had some pretty lean years. The back end of 2012, they won, I think, the last 5 out of 6 games. Able to recruit some good players. They made the grand final the next year.
Right.
So they've got to be their aim. What about today, though? What are we looking forward to today, Pete Mulheron?
Well, I'm looking forward to the young blokes from both sides out there showing their wares. I think Toby Kent and Absalom from Western Eagles, young Fish out there at Western Eagles. They've got a host of successful juniors that are starting to filter their way into the senior side. So I want to see some run and overlap from the Eagles. I think they lacked a little bit of confidence early in the season. But as they get closer and more assured of themselves, I think we'll see that come. So that's what I want to see from them. From Otway, I want to see what we've seen down there that day at Polar Bay.
Yeah.
You know, where you had Big Al McKenzie at centre-half back controlling the game, and they had 3 different options in the ruck down there that day, and they had the small forwards run around, and they really looked a potent team that day. So both teams just need to get that confidence going and just play with some dash and dare, and don't worry that you turn the ball over or something goes wrong. It happens. But just go out there and try your best to play with some flair.
Is Al McKenzie out there?
No, he's not playing today.
Oh, that's going to be a loss for them.
That's it. I didn't think I saw him running around. Jimmy Abraham's back.
Yeah.
See him back, and he, you know, if he can, he needs to get the ball in his hands and he's a thumping kick and just back himself to kick those 40, 50, 60 metre goals.
Years ago, we did a Otway Eagles game and he kicked 9, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
He could play that big key forward role very well. Yeah, I'm like you, Pete. I'm really looking forward to seeing the boys that played in the interleague, like especially a Toby Kent. We haven't seen much of. But I was so impressed with the way that he played, and I think him being a bit of an unknown in the league, and also to his teammates that day for the interleague, he was mightily impressive. But the Fish boys, you know, we're going to get with them, aren't you?
Yeah,
They're absolute gun players. They bring a bit of heart and soul, but they are always going to give you 100%. But I think also, and no disrespect to the opposition, but the Eagles as well need a genuine, not a scalp, but also a game where they put it to the sword to opposition. When was the last time did you see an Eagles come out and beat a side by 10 or 12 goals? So if it is there for the taking, and again, no disrespect to Otway, but if they find themselves 6 or 7 goals up at
got to keep going
at half time, it's time to keep going, because you know, over the last 10, 15 years, the opposition, that when they play the Eagles and they can see a bit of a big win, they go for it, don't they?
That's right.
So that's the thing. And then likewise for Otway, they see themselves in this game today. Last quarter, couple of goals down. Don't just cave in. Have another crack, because that game against the Imperials, if they snuck that game over, that almost just changes the whole landscape for the season. The Imps would have been on their 4th loss.
Yeah, that's right.
They might not have gone on that run that they've been, and it's just one of those sort of turning momentums. But yeah, it's going to be a very interesting game this afternoon. No win. There's no win.
Perfect. Yeah, perfect day for footy. the Suns looking straight in our eyes, so it'll be all right when they're kicking for goal. Although the looking at the Eagles reserve side score
7-17.
7-17. That was kicking with an eagle with a cup of tea, Matt, so to speak.
Good to see Pete Mulheron's joined in with the sayings. Heck.
All right, we'll go around the table. We'll go pick, margin, and first goal kicker, Pete Mulheron.
So I'll go for Western Eagles to win the game. I think they'll win by about 18 points. And first goal kicker, Tyler George, I'll go for an outsider there.
Truly? Well. I'm with the Eagles as well. Like I said before during the pre-game show, I think they can do some damage in the second half of the year and shape the 5. I'm going for them to win by about 20 points, and I'm going to go with one of the form players of the comp, Elijah Reid, for the first.
Pete Hitchy?
I'm going Otway.
Who thought that was going to happen?
I'm going with Ross Panster to pay a 100-metre penalty. And Cam Hapgood to kick the first goal.
I'm genuinely interested to see how a Ross Panther and David Robertson umpiring duo is going to go this afternoon.
Well, Champ will sleep well.
Yeah.
What could go wrong?
I'm going to go Eagles by, let's go for a closey. Let's go for a 7-pointer. First goal kicker today, I'm going to go with Stewie Sutherland.
Oh, yes.
Oh, the old stalwart.
Yeah, I reckon he'll snag a goal early. It is the Frankie Farnes Cup today, I've been told. Paul Dory.
I did see that go up on social media.
Yeah. So good old Frank the Tank Farnes, one of the best names in local football, be out there today. And it is an absolute glorious day for country football. And again, we dedicate this broadcast to the farmers out there. Wherever you're listening, even if you're here at the game, give us a toot, give us a thumbs up. We're giving you a thumbs up because we love our farmers in our community. And we wish you all the best. And then tomorrow we've got the Drought Relief Concert at the Showgrounds, where we could potentially have the Interleague next year, Pete.
The Showgrounds. There you go.
All right, so away we go. The second half of the season at the back end of what has been a very even season. We're underway. Ree got up very, very early, grabbed the ball and just dropped it on the ground. He goes back in and after it again, and the Eagles get the first clearance through Kent. Kent's kick up the centre half forward. There's a bouncing football here. Getting in front, George just had a momentary fumble under no real pressure at all. Then still in dispute again. Tackled deep inside 50 for the Eagles, and we'll get a ball up there. Was Milverton there, was tackled to the turf.
Dale Trotter's gone to Tyler George.
Yeah, that'll be a really interesting match up there.
Who's on Hapgood at centre half forward?
We'll come back to that.
Smith,
there,
I reckon.
Capped forward towards full forward. O'Meara getting back there, pushed her out of the footy that time by Kent. Did really well there. Heads-to-hand pass. Jack Fish has a quick snap for goal. And it's through for the opening score of the day on the Greg Allen Farm Machinery scoreboard. 1 to play 0 with the Eagles in front, obviously.
So Gunning and Reid matched up in the ruck, and plays a lot like Toby Nankervis, doesn't he? He's good on the ground, Reid, when when the ball hits the ground.
Dom Dare's 100th game too today for Albie against the Aurora Biak. Should be a cracking game of footy there this afternoon, as the D's are going to clear it here through Trotter. He goes up towards the outer wing position there. Hapgood got in front, couldn't mark, and in fact it was a good mark at the end by Smith. Class Harvest centre mark of the day. He's going to quickly put the Eagles back inside 50. That's not a great kick. Dropping what he should have taken there was Gutting. He's well tackled there, Lola Lapino, who kicked an unbelievable goal back earlier in the year. And we're going to get a ball up.
We've seen Smith before. He's a good player there at centre half back. He judges the ball really well, and he's strong in the air.
Dave Robertson has the footy. 25 out from goal. Tap down on this occasion there. Altman lurking. He's tackled by Boyington. And we're going to get another stoppage deep inside 50 here for the Eagles, who started well. With Dave Robertson getting the footy now, there's about 16 players surrounding this ball up here. One down by Altman. Fires a hand pass out. It comes out there to Angus Reid. He's snapping ball to full forward. George underneath it. In fact, it's Lapino who read it well. And she'll go back and kick the opening goal of the game for about 5 metres out directly in front.
Just moved his opponent too easy then, didn't he?
Yeah, he read the ball much earlier than his opponent.
And he comes in and kicks the opening goal. And it's a goal that they contend, and the Eagles get the fast start.
A Westvic Sheds and Garages goal of the day.
That's his 13th goal for season 2025. Baden, Lapino, and the Eagles go to 117 on the Greg Allen Farm Machinery scoreboard. Otway yet to go inside 50. Richardson's real estate time clock, 2.5 minutes in first quarter, Pete.
Yeah, so just a high kick in towards the goals there, and Lapino read it much quicker than his opponent, shifted him sideways, easy mark, easy goal. Yeah. Good start for the Eagles.
And good play from the young fella. As you said, Pete, he read the ball well and went back and slotted it nicely.
Round the grounds, thanks to Thinkwater Lawn, 1 straight 6. Birregurra 3 behinds. Dribbling reserve, top of the table clash there, or 1 versus 3. So back in the middle here, Eagles 117, Otway Districts yet to score. 3 minutes gone in this opening quarter. Farmers game here as Gunning wins the tap out for Otway Districts, but Reid tried to gather the football. Here's Burnett trying to pick up the football now for Otway. Hand pass was pretty good. Found a target there as the D's go inside the forward 50. Couldn't take the mark there. Was O'Meara trying to get the hand pass out. Hughes lurking as well. Hapgood's there, picks up the football, tries to get the hand pass out to Mulgrew. Couldn't take it with him. Good work here by...
below the knee.
No, double way.
Free kick's going to go Borgia. So Tully Borgia with the football in the back line for the Western Eagles. He's going to kick on centre wing. Good work there by Burnett. Punches it out of bounds. And it'll be a boundary throw-in on our broadcast side of the ground here. Bathed in sunshine here at Irrawell. You're going to get a 10, Pete.
Yeah, I probably need a bit of sunshine too.
Tommy Marshall there, just hobbling a little bit.
Yeah, he is. He looks like he might shake it off.
Yeah,
just a stinger.
He's tough. Don't worry about that.
Umpire throws it back in. Reid wins the tap out, does the follow-up work.
Oh, nice.
Palms it beautifully backwards to Fish. Quickly hand passes over the top now. They're trying to work it out of this stoppage here. It's by Toby Kent. Kick went over the head of Abraham. Picked up here by Smith. Went to Reid. Couldn't take it with him as well. Altman's trying to gather it. His stance you. He kicks the ball inside the forward half for Otway, but it's been marked by Jeremy Smith. Class half a centre mark of the day. Goes inbound. Beautiful kick. Finds a teammate. Absalom gets the hand pass over top to Marshall. Marshall now sends the ball to centre half forward. Here comes Scotty Anderson. Picks up the football. Gets around Trotter. Hand passes to George. George goes inside the forward 50.
Yep.
And he finds a teammate. Lace out. Beautifully played there by the Western Eagles. Premium Group Painting. Play of the day.
And that passage started with Jeremy Smith taking the bit between his teeth, taking the risky kick, and bang, 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 overlap run. Shot for goal.
Yeah, opened the whole ground up.
It did.
So shot for goal coming up for the Western Eagles here. Pretty much directly in front.
Oh, look at that.
And he stopped it. It's a goal of the day contender.
A Westvic Sheds and Garages goal of the day.
And that's what we didn't see out at Irrawara that day, was it? The overlap run, the dare, just moved the ball
just
really
take the
well.
Game on.
That's right.
He kicked it into the centre half back area there, opened the whole ground up. They got the run from behind the ball, and away they went down the ground. A couple of nice passes and a good shot on goal and a good 30-metre goal.
And Lapino, that was his second, and the Eagles 2-1-13. Otway Districts out to score. What's going on? A bit of a smoke out on the outside.
Got fire going.
The burn off.
Yeah. The Apaches are sending up the smoke signals, Max. The Indians are coming.
We got a new pope.
Yep.
Back in the middle. So the Eagles are going to get Otway, I should say, are going to get the clearance, but well played in here by Anderson. Good to see him get his body right. Good kick towards half forward as marked by Milverton. So the Eagles again attacking very quickly at the start of this game. They go inside 50. Good kick again.
Oh, nice.
There he is again. Lapino's got to do it pretty much on the exact same body he's kicked. And the Yanks is going to go back for number 3. And we're only 7 minutes into this game yet. He's going to go back for number 3.
I don't know much about Lapino. What do you know about him here?
He kicked a really good goal back in round 2.
Right.
That's about all we know about him.
So pretty much from the exact same position here. Can he kick truly? Can history repeat itself? Yes, it does. Braden Lapino's bought his own share in Willapee this afternoon. He's got 3 already. And only 7 minutes in,
they're
3-1-19, Otway yet to score.
And the move's been made. Shorty Craddock hit the forward line. Dean Marnie's gone back on him.
But that was a nice kick inside 50 there. Get the player on the leg, put it where he can run onto it.
Yep, correct.
Just strong hands, just take it out in front of him. Make the game look easy.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
He's another one of these young Eagles that he's obviously going to be building over the next few years, I reckon. Just so this is a good start here for the young lad. Could he kick the 10 today?
Yeah, 3-1-19. Hayden Lupino with 3 so far. Evens yet to score. Elijah Reid goes for about 5. Kicks off the ground. Ball goes about 5 metres. It'll be another ball up in the centre of the ground.
I don't think anyone's kicked 10 goals in a game yet this year, have they?
No, not yet this season, no. Here's Reid that wins the tap out. Punch forward there. Chancey now for Hapgood. Overruns it. Reid. Here's Kent with the football. Oh, sorry, not Kent. I know it is Kent.
It is Kent, yeah.
So free kick goes the way of Jimmy Abraham. Can he wind up? He bangs the ball to centre half forward for Otway Districts. Bounces over the head of everyone. Stancio tries to grab the football. It's a free kick to Jeremy Smith at the half-back flank.
He started all the Eagles, hasn't he?
Yeah, as he winds up, he's going to go to the grandstand side on the outer side, and he finds a teammate. Good mitts, and Milverton takes a good class over centre mark of the day on centre wing. Winds up, kicks the centre half forward. There's a hot start here by the Eagles at the moment. Here's a chance now for Fish. Goes by hand. They're moving the ball well.
There he is again.
Ball kicked in the side. Lupino.
Oh, nearly.
George picks up the football. Lupino's lurking. George gets to the football, but he's tackled in the right forward pocket. Ball slips out. Cameron's there. Picked up the football there. Got the hand pass over the top. They work the ball out through Trotter. Finds Hapgood on the outer side wing.
Smoke.
Is it smoke or is it fog? Ball kicked out there, the old Beach Forest days, hey?
Yeah.
Here's a chance for Peterson. He ran out of tarmac and it's gone out of bounds in a boundary throw-in.
Well, yeah, the skill level's been good early in this game, hasn't it?
Absolutely.
So it'll be another ball in between the two dugouts here. 3-1-19, the Eagles, a hot start. Otway Districts get the score. Reid up against Gunning. Reid wins the tap out. That was Elijah.
Ooh, high.
And it's going to be a free to Fish. Little Jack Fish.
Jury.
He's looking to go forward. He's going to go to Kent. I got used to watching him wearing number 25 a few weeks ago for the Interleague. He kicks over the head of Milverton, but he's got a bit of room to move, so he's Angus Reid. Reid's trying to pick up the football. Good pressure there by Avery for Otway. Ball goes inside the forward 50, though. Lupino ran out of tarmac, and it's gone out of bounds in the left forward pocket. For the Eagles, they're kicking to the Simpson end of the ground here on the was it the Tim Boone Simpson Road, as they call it?
Ran the grounds, boys. Thanks to Thinkwater. North Melbourne 7-4-46 lead. Carlton 2-7-19 nearing half time.
We're going to get those scores fairly often, Pete.
Yeah, I know.
I'd say so.
Over the head, here's a chance now for Abraham. Kick was smothered. Anderson picks up the football.
Good tackle.
He's tackled straight away. Got the hair pass over top. Good chance here by Carter. Kicked inside the left forward pocket. Is a chance for George. Hair passes over the top to a teammate. Good tackle. And it's gone through for a behind.
Almost produced a goal out of nothing.
Yeah, they did.
Just about.
Rush through. So 3-2-20 the Western Eagles. Otway Districts get the score. We've gone 10.5 on the Richardson Real Estate time clock in this opening quarter.
So the D's try to get out of the fence. That's a risky kick there. Was well worked away by Dynhoven. Kept the ball in play. Ball's gone back inside 50 again. George got in front. They should have got a free kick, not a call. Apologies there for a little glitch out here at the moment as the ball's been thrown back in. Not going anywhere whatsoever. We're going to get a ball up here.
Maybe we need some of Sean Carson's power instead of his water.
That's right.
So Brady Lupino with the only 3 goals of the game for the Eagles, and they open up a nice little early lead, 20-0. Eagles looking dangerous again. George lurking. He's still lurking. Was stripped off the football nicely by Avery. Hacked forward out of the pack by Abraham up towards the defensive 50. Ray come charging through and took a really good class half a centre mark of the day. He came from nowhere there. He just took his did not take his eye off the footy, and I reckon Pete and Hick, I reckon he's within range.
Oh, he's definitely within range there.
Well, he's backing himself.
The Otway player tried to clip a couple, but Ross Panther was having nothing of it and called him back.
So he'll kick from about 50 metres out, almost directly in front. So he winds up. It's a good kick. It's a big kick. It's there! Yeah. I said he'd get the journey, and he's done that. Golden A contended to one of the stars of the competition.
A Westvic Sheds and Garages goal of the day.
Gee, what a year he's having. Elijah Reid, he was outstanding in the Interleague a couple of weeks ago, and he went back and he kicked a big bomb from outside 50. 13 goals in his first quarter, thanks to FSR Equipped, and the Eagles are dominating. They're 4-2-26. Otway District's yet to score, and they haven't looked like scoring Pete Mulhera on the Greg Allen Farm Machinery scoreboard.
It's been a hot start from the Eagles, but it's been good footy. They've moved the ball well, good skills. They've kicked to a teammate. They've got overlap run. It's everything we wanted to see.
Back in the middle, Reid won another tap down, and the Eagles are going to win another clearance, are they? Although Absalom ran over the football. Cameron gunning. And it comes out now with Hab. Good caught. Good tackle. The play wants to call. Ball spilled out to Cameron again. Eagles pressure elite, and they're going to win a free kick for holding the footy. And it's that man again, Elijah Reid. The attacking side of the centre, and the Eagles are going to go forward again.
So Reid now looks afield. He's going to bang the ball inside the forward 50 for the Eagles.
There you go.
Mitts out. Another mark to the Western Eagles, and Tyler George takes it. Class Harvest Centre mark of the day. And he'll go back and try and get the Eagles 5th on the board.
He's a noted goal kicker, and I would think that you'd nearly back him in from here, but I might lose me farm, Hick.
Don't put your farm on the farmer's line on Farmer's Day.
Trish might lose the farm.
Yeah, that's right.
Is he much better on the run, Max?
Oh, yeah.
Pete Mulhera or Trish?
Not Pete Mulhera, I'll tell you that.
No good on the run
George
now.
comes in, 45 out directly in front for their 5th.
He sprayed it.
He sprayed it. It's gone left, one behind.
The old weed killer. He sprayed it.
Oh, he did.
4-3-27. Now, the Western Eagles dominating this ball game.
Just need to steady the ship here a bit, Otway.
Yeah,
keep possession a little bit.
Scores around the grounds. Birregurra 1 at 4-10. Lawn 1 straight 6, and 2 behinds apiece in the Cataroo Cup.
So they just need to take a bit of steer out of the game, because their Eagles ball movement's really troubling them.
There's a chance for Cameron, who's taken the mark at half-back for Otway District. Sends the ball out of the defensive half. Big pack around this
free
one
kick
here.
to Hapgood.
So Hapgood's going to get a free kick on outer wing.
He really made sure of it. The umpire saw it.
Yeah. So Hapgood now plays on. Sends the ball high. Deep inside the forward 50 stance. You tried to claim the mark.
No.
And it's going to be a ball up.
Can't claim
on
that
the
there,
50.
Sammy.
Yeah, Sammy Mulgrew.
Yeah, he tried.
Yeah.
So ball up just inside the forward 50 for Otway Districts. They trail by 27 points. Been a hot start by the Eagles. Gunning wins the tap out. Smith gathers the football. And he's been pinholed the footy.
Yeah, he took him on.
O'Meara's got the free kick. Probably a little bit outside his journey.
He's only got little legs, so I reckon...
Donny's boy.
Yeah.
Donny O'Meara.
Yeah, Donny O'Meara.
Do you prefer him on the run, Max?
And so O'Meara now directly in front.
What's he like on the run?
Occasionally. You've asked that 4 times now. He's probably better on... He's probably better on the angle. He goes back. His kick, he's going to make the distance.
It is a good kick.
Just missed it though.
Yep.
So they get their first score, Pete. Celebrate. 1 point Otway Districts, 4-3-27. The Western Eagles, they tried to go outside their defensive area.
So they do that through Friend. Just outside defensive 50, goes in board to Elijah Reid. What a year he's having. We all know how good of a player he is, but this year seems to go up to another level. He's kicked to the wing position there. Lukey Fish couldn't take him out, recovers quickly. Kicks towards half forward again. They're looking dangerous again. Dornhoven just needs the right bounce. Grabs it. Snaps it from 40. Go!
What a play.
Yeah. Wow.
That is the Premium Group Painting Play of the Day, and also a goal of the day contender.
A Westvic Sheds and Garages goal of the day.
That was a bit of Brisbane-like last night there at GMHBA, and the Eagles have come to play. 5-3-33, 32-point leaders on Otway, 1 behind 1 point, and we played 17 minutes on the Richardson's Real Estate Time Clock, Greg Allen Farm Machinery scoreboard. That is one of the plays of the year.
Yeah, they're running in waves, aren't they?
They are.
They're bouncing off half back, and they're just just leaving Otway in their wake, in their slipstream at the moment, and they can't do much about it.
And their kicking has been so good.
Yes.
Lawn 3, straight 18, Birregurra 1-4-10 as the Eagles go bang inside their forward half yet again. Here's a chance now, so the Eagles leading 33-1. Here's Cameron with the football. Soles a bit of candy, but he couldn't get past the second one.
On the footy.
Free kick, good work there by Dynhoven. Another premium group player of the day is Dynhoven now. Winds up. His kick was smothered by Hapgood. Dynhoven picks up. Hand passes to Fish. Gets it over top to Kent. Kent goes inbound. He finds a teammate. Good little build-up here. Absalon's got the football now. He winds up. He has a shot from 50. Lapino couldn't take the mark.
Is that not a free kick?
And it's going to go out of bounds in a boundary throw-in in the left forward pocket.
Just give Robbo some grace. He's just out of the retirement home.
He escaped, apparently. They're looking for him.
They're looking for him.
Umpire throws it in, deep inside the forward 50 for the Eagles. Gunning wins the tap out. O'Meara gathers the football for Otway, but he's tackled there by Dynhoven, and it's been high. So free kick goes the way to the D's. They send the ball out of the defensive half, and Hapgood, he's been everywhere at the moment. The bald-headed D. Very athletic, isn't he, Pete?
Yeah.
So Hapgood now, what can he do with the footy? He's going to send it. Oh, we're going to get a kick here, Pete. Mulgrew used his body well and it's gone out of bounds. And a boundary throw-in. Scores around the grounds. Colac Imperials 1-3-9. South Colac 2 behind 2 points. Simpson leading 3 straight 18 to Apollo Bay 1 straight 6. No score yet from Elvie. Ball's going to be thrown back in directly in front of our broadcast position here on next to the scoreboard as Reid wins the tap out. O'Meara gathers the football. He's tackled by Kent.
High.
And he's tackled high, so free kick will go the way to O'Meara.
And he's got the footy now as Kent wasn't really happy with the decision, but it was there. O'Meara's kick was a bit of a wonky sort of a kick, but Abraham attacked it well. Hands it now to Sutherland. Kicks to half forward there. Good contest. No free kick given there. Good umpiring. Smith's been everywhere at the moment. Hand pass put Fish under all sorts of pressure. Ball's packed and it's locked, and we're going to get a ball up there. Between an half for Otway. Just need to take a bit of sting out of the game because the Eagles' quick ball movement.
Just get control of the ball.
Yeah, just a couple of easy possessions if they can chip it around.
Yeah.
Thrown up. Reid the tap. Robe, that's on Borgia. To Kent, hand pass to Absalon. That was a bit too easy. Ball kicked towards there. Good contest there by Boyington now on Dynhoven. Over the top there, Kent shoves in the back nine into the umpire and Boyington, and we're going to get another ball up. They look right in front of our broadcast position here under a beautiful sunny skies here at Ilwillupi this afternoon. Bit of a nil or draw. Hapgood nearly got one high. Umpire missed it there. He was blocked by the view by some players around the contest. We're going to get a ball up here with Ross Panther there. He'll be pretty happy tonight. Sydney got some charges back for their big game tonight against Port Adelaide. As Kent, Absalom I should say. Yeah, this is Kent. Good handball over the top to Carter. Eagles clear it away. They go up towards half forward there with a kick. Good mark by Melverton. He started well. He's marks it too far at the score. 60 metres out. On the lead there is Lapino. So Melverton goes long. Kick there. George has got there. Got mitts to it. Couldn't quite take the mark. He's had one of those quarters so far, George. He's looked dangerous. We're going to get a boundary thrown in the left forward pocket for the Eagles, who've done all the attacking in this first term.
Gee, Toby Kent's been good with the ball in hand, hasn't he? He's
clean, smooth mover, isn't he?
Absolutely.
Thrown in. Altman in front. Won the tap down. Well rode by the coach in Boyington there. Just moved that a little bit of ease. Kicks up towards the wing position. O'Meara got up high. No, it's a good contest there in the end. Good tackle there by Kent. There O'Meara. Good play from both players. Wanting the footy and a good tackle there by Kent. We'll get a ball up.
He's a beauty, O'Meara. You never get anything less than 100%.
Umpire throws it up. Reid wins the tap out. Went to Kent, but it's gone to Gunning. Gunning now gathers the football for Otway. Kicks the centre wing. Bouncing ball. Sutherland under his hammer. It'll be a ball in, sorry. So boundary throw in here. Pete Mulheron couldn't get the footy for the boys.
Don't do a hamstring.
Me lead wasn't good enough on my headphones. It wouldn't go far.
He wouldn't go that far.
Around the ground, thanks to think Order North Melbourne's lead at half-time by 28 points. 7-5-47 lead. Carlton 2-7-19. 6 goals, 2-1 behind in that second term.
Talkback radio could be good tonight.
Reid sends the ball forward again for the Eagles. Good mark. Got the hand pass over the top to Scotty Anderson. Sold a bit of candy. Got the hand pass out. Wasn't great. Still a chance in here. Cameron sends the ball out of defensive half, but it might come back. Picked up by Kent. He's been everywhere. Kicks it into the left. Lapino couldn't take the mark. It's still a chance here now again for the Eagles. It's going to be a free kick. Good defence there. They're under siege, the Otway District defence at the moment.
Oh, that's 50.
Gotta be.
It's dumb.
That's Colac of the day stuff.
Absolutely.
So the Demons from the back pocket will go to centre half forward, and Craddock quickly plays on. He senses a bit of it. He sends the ball inside to the forward 50 here. Bouncing ball. Mulgrew picks up the footy. Bounce. Goal!
On the siren.
Siren. Sammy Mulgrew kicks a goal at A contender.
A West Vic Sheds and Garages goal of the day.
Oh, Hicks up and about after that one. Otway Districts 1-1-7. Western Eagles 5-3-33. And that's the quarter time score here on FNL Live on Farmers Day on Mix FM. So stay tuned for a big second quarter.
On Mix FM, this is CDFNL Live.
Stop doing battle.
This game's ever played here at the Saints. Good kick to half forward. Hayward, did he arm shot? Not. Zobel rolled it to Floyd. 40 here. Kick. It's brilliant! Absolutely brilliant by Ethan Floyd. There's your goal at A contender. Numbers here with Marnie though, however. He's just high, up and under kick. Link there. Running back with courage. Took a terrific class over centre mark.
With Hutchison, here's Curran. He sends the ball high. Haywood's got a job on him, couldn't take the mark. Picked up by Arnold, and Arnold, like a rover, kicks a goal at A contender. Ados winds up through the guts of Birregurra. His kick is going to find a teammate there. Williamson! Fuck, he's going to get a free kick tackle with the other. Mitchie's off to the races. Oh no, Mitchie! Cooper Hanley came. Time player. He goes back on the 50. Give him a 2-goal lead. It's gone right to the line. That's Tim marked it on the goal line.
ZDFL over the last few weeks. Coxey's 200 last week. Ordinet's 250 of today, along with Kyle McSparrons.
Netball season, see us at Sports Power Colac, your local experts.
With the footy and netball season here, the Colac RSL is your spot for post-game catch-ups. Grab a cold drink, enjoy delicious food, and celebrate and commiserate with mates. If you're cheering from the sidelines or playing on the court or field, wind down at the Colac RSL.
Ben Spokes at We Spoke Insurance Specialist can come to you with the ideal insurance to protect what matters most. You'll get market-leading personal service and advice with We Spoke Insurance Specialists. Find them on Facebook. Authorised representative of PSC Connect Proprietary Limited. Please consider all terms and conditions.
Mowers are in stock and available now from Mark Benton Farm Machinery Repairs Simpson, your authorised Ferris and Victor dealer. Ferris and Victor zero-turn mowers offer a smoother ride, delivered by 2- or 4-wheel independent suspension together with a steel fabricated deck. Both brands are quality built and made in the USA. They also carry a range of belts and blades for other mower brands and stock a large range of 4-ply and 6-ply ATV and side-by-side tyres. Mark Benton Farm Machinery, 580 Sunday Ridge Road, Simpson.
Discover a glowing winter wonderland at Adventure Park's Winter Glow these school holidays. With dazzling, magical and immersive light installations and real snow to make snowmen and snow angels in. See live ice sculpting and fire twirling displays and get carried away on the park's awesome rides at night. Adventure Park's Winter Glow is open 3:30pm to 8:30pm every day of the June-July school holidays. For info and tickets, visit winterglow.com.au. It's going to be the coolest.
What makes you a local of the Great Southwest? You've probably had a swim in the lake. You've found yourself bogged to the Otway Forest. And a Holmes pie is the only pie you're eating. Holmes, the best in the West. Murray Street, Colac.
Powered by Sports Power Colac, FSR Equip, KFC Colac and Minerva Foods. This is CDFNL Live.
Yeah, Farmers Game special here on Mix FM. It was a hot start that first quarter by the Western Eagles. They lead 5-3-33 Otway Districts. 1-1-7. Sammy Mulgrew got their only goal right on the quarter time siren. Bailey Lepinos kicked 3 goals for the Eagles. We'll go around the grounds thanks to Thinkwater. And it's Elvie 128, Euroback 139, Simpson 3119, Apollo Bay 3 straight 18, Imperials 3-3-21, South Colac 128, Lawn 3-1-19, Birregurra 1-4-10. We're going to having a Pete off here in the quarter time break. Peter Mulherron, Peter Hickey, Western Eagle. What is veteran Peter Mulherron, Otway District veteran over here. It is a Peter Hoff, but at the moment it's the Peter Mulherron's Western Eagles going all right.
Yeah, no, look, they were impressive in that first quarter. Their ball movement was really, really good, and their kicking, their skill level, it was just a delight to see. It was a really good game of footy. They set up really well behind the ball, and at the end of the quarter, it was actually a 50-metre penalty that gave Otway the break to get through, because Smith had set himself up across half back there and really was controlling the air, and they were finding it tough to get through, weren't they?
Yeah, and it was a silly 50-metre penalty too. Like, the ball was between the bloke standing on the mark's leg. He picked it up and just rolled it back to the Otway guy. Like, what are you doing, mate? Just, you're either going to pick it up and throw it on the full or leave the bloody thing there. Leave it there. Let him come and get it. Oh. You don't have to do anything with it.
Yeah.
Like, really.
It sort of spoiled the end of the quarter for the Eagles because Otway go in on the highs. They've got a goal on the side.
Dan would be pretty furious about that.
I reckon he would be happy.
It's a coach killer.
Yeah,
it really is.
I've just listened to both coaches during the quarter time break. Shane Boyd's understandably was livid with that effort, particularly from their midfield. They said their midfield, they're just not working hard enough both ways. More of a mental thing. They're putting out the front, they're not putting the head over the footy enough. While Western Eagles, Dan Casey, obviously pretty delighted apart from that little issue there late in that quarter. So the second term underway here. Can the Otway respond there for that little bait they got given? Here's Kent again. He's been everywhere. Fish is well tackled. Plans to call here. Here they go through Abraham. What can the D's do to start the term? Kick long into 50. Pedersen's there. Good punch away by Borgia. Marshall should mop up here looking for the boundary and he'll get it. And we're going to get a toss back in the right forward pocket for the D's. Better intensity in that time on that occasion.
Yeah, so a couple of good tackles in that little passage of play forced it forward for Otway.
Yeah, boundary throw in here. Particularly, they reckon, Dean Casey reckons Dean Midfield's not paying him any respect, and he's probably right on that front as well. Boundary throw in. Ree won the tap. Oh, very heavy tackle laid, and we're going to get a ball up there. That was a heavy tackle there on Fish. That was Jack. The ball thrown up again. Reading got in front. Habgood attacked the footy hard, looking for a free kick, nothing doing. Burnett there, went to ground. And we're going to get another ball up. So a bit of a stoppage central to start the second term. Under beautiful sunny skies here. Bit of not much of a breeze, not a cloud in the sky as well. O'Meara. Ball spilled at the back again. Bit of a handball there, probably not going to win. Fish put his head over it. Hack four ball, Burnett. That's a smart bit of play into the full zone. Not mark taken by Mulgrew. Recovers quickly, has a snap. It's not on target and through for their first score of the term. Sammy Mulgrew nearly made something out of nothing there, that's for sure.
He did, and that nearly would have went through, I reckon.
Yeah, just
about. Yeah, it was on target to kick off the ground.
Here they go again. It's Habgood thumps it back inside 50. Smith trying to look for the footy, not going to get it. Stance you there. Tackled high.
Just clumsy, wasn't it?
Yeah, didn't need to do it when the tickling the ball was going out of play. And it's fifth. Go across the face of the goal, and he's going to find Absalom, and the Eagles are out again.
Yeah, Absalom's going to go scoreboard side, broadcast side when he goes inbound and finds a teammate here. Ball movement not great because there's a chance now for the Demons. Craddock was there as well. Another bald-headed player there, Geordie Craddock there. There's a chance now again through Cameron. Cameron bangs the ball forward.
Helicopter.
For the D's. Chance now for Mulgrew. Picked up by Absalom. Here's a chance there again now for the Eagles.
Good kick.
Goes inbound. Fish with the football is going to switch it to the outer side. Looking for a teammate there. Couldn't take the mark.
Oh, no.
Trying to pick up the football there. As Helmore just tripped over his own legs. They go inside the forward 50 again to the D's, and Stanciu has taken the mark. Eugene.
That just needs to go.
He's going to load up here.
Yeah, I think he looks like he's confident he can make the distance.
Well, the Eagles boys did from 40 out, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. So Eugene Stanciu, about 40 metres out, 45-degree angle. Love to see this guy back in the league. He goes back, he kicks it, has made the distance. It's gone through for a behind.
Wasn't a bad effort, though.
No.
So they're 139 Otway Districts, 5-3-33. The Western Eagles, 4-goal ball game here on Mix FM, the Farmers game. As Helmore finds a teammate.
Smith again.
And Smith with the footy, kicks on the outer side. So the Eagles, ball movement isn't being too great, but a turnover here, O'Meara, there's their intent's gone up a level here, Otway.
Oh, he's gone.
Chance here to go inside the forward 50, and he's been pinned on the footy, Jimmy Abraham. So free kick goes the way of the Western Eagles.
Yeah, just a couple of kicking errors there have led Otway back in.
Fish couldn't take the mark. Here's a chance now for Burnett. Backwards hand pass over top. Finds Avery. O'Meara. Kick was smothered.
Free kick going to the Eagles, going to Fish there.
Oh, not too happy. Bit of
Yeah, against Boyington. Didn't need to do it. Just didn't.
No, they had the ball.
So Jack Fisher's got the football now for the Western Eagles. Looking to switch it, and he does. Marshall sends the ball to our side of the ground. Absalom takes the mark. He's going to go inbound. They like to call him Dom. I think you can hear on the effects mics. Quick hand pass over top. Back to Dom. Absalom sends it into the right forward pocket. It's got to be a downfield free kick, but Lapino, I think, is taking the mark, or George is taking the mark.
Absalom not happy.
He's gone to Dine Hoven. He runs into an open goal and almost got caught there by Regan Brown.
I think we're just going back, is it?
I think so. Yep. I think it's a free kick in front of goal. I don't know.
What's happening?
I'm totally confused.
He was running into an open goal there. I know he's got the downfield free.
Kick. Okay.
So Tyler George directly in front will kick his first goal for the afternoon. Should send it in the back paddocks there. And he does. And the Western Eagles get their first of the second quarter. They go to 6-3-39, the Eagles. Otway Districts 1-3-9. A bit of a goal against the run of play there. Otway had a bit of play in that the first few minutes.
Totally undisciplined, and you just don't want to see that in anything.
No.
You know, and Dan Casey's right. They're not paying their midfield any attention at all, and Absalom's just having a field day early in this second quarter.
He is, and
him and Cantor just doing whatever they want.
Otway had the ball locked in their forward 50 for most of that quarter, and then that undisciplined actors created a goal at the other end and created a bit of confidence coming up from
the grounds. Thanks to Think Quarter Lawn 19 leading Birregurra 16, Imps 28 leading South Colac 8, and it's 9 apiece between Alvin and Illawarra Biak.
Yeah, so there you go. So the Eagles there, you're right there, Max. A goal completely against the run of play. And now the Eagles go out to that over 5-goal buffer. So Dave Robertson gets us underway once more. One down again by Elijah Reid. He's trying to go back and after it again. Picks up the football there, but it's intercepted nicely by Burnett to Gunning. Gunning's kicked to centre half forward there. Bit of pushing and shoving going on. There's a big shove there. Robbo's seen it. Advantage played to Malgrew, and Malgrew's missed it, I think. Gee, that's an opportunity to go begging.
Yeah.
But I think he knew he had to have a crack then at this point in time, that's for sure.
Yeah, free kick was there.
6-3 plays 1-4, margin 29 points as the Eagles look forward again. Elijah Reid picks up the footy. Hand pass, Borgia been really good. He did really well through way through traffic. That's a nice ball. And the mark being taken there. This is an opportunity now here with Reid. That's Angus. Kick to the wing, half forward flank. George got in front. Put the ball on ground level. Carter did beautifully. Hacks to kick inside 50. Lapado couldn't quite get there. And he might have hurt himself in the process as well. Hope he's all right. Tackled there again on Dinehaven was good. Cameron, that's a throw, surely. Yes, it is. Good forward pressure again by the Western Eagles. And it's like another shot for goal for Lapino.
Looked like they were just going to clear the ball quite easily there, but he just grabbed his handballing hand. He had to.
Got him.
And Lapino goes up and he kicks goal. No, he doesn't. Through from one behind. He's kicked 3 goals wide.
Just smart play. Just grabbed his arm that he was about to handball with.
He had only one hand left.
Yep.
6-4. They go to 6-4-40. Otway Districts are 1-4-10. We played nearly 7.5 minutes on the Richardson's real estate time clock in this second quarter, all thanks to Maneuver Foods here on CDFNL Live this afternoon.
Trotter with the kick-out duties for the D. So 5-goal margin on Farmers game day. Ball kicked, and he finds a teammate in Ferrari. Got the footy for Otway. He's going to kick the ball now to centre wing. Hapgood flew high. Couldn't take the mark. Scotty Anderson should pick up the football for the Eagles. Looks a but he's done him. Big tackle there by Jimmy Abraham.
He's done him.
Premium group painting player of the day there by Jimmy.
Bad luck, Scotty. You got off Tuesday night.
Abraham, he's going to go inbound and he's looking for Stanciu. Couldn't take it. Here's Kent with the footy. Hair pass over top to Borgio.
He threw it.
Umpire said throw, so free kick will go the way of the D's.
This is a good last few minutes here for Otway. They need to make most of their opportunities.
The bearded D. Gee, that is a massive Ned Kelly lookalike there. And Stewie Sutherland, he sends the ball inside the forward 50.
Good
Offense.
punch.
Good chance now for the Eagles. Hand pass looking for Elijah Reid. Can he run onto this one? There's a chance there for O'Meara. The little man wins that. Good work there by Connor O'Meara. Sends the ball inside the forward 50. It was smothered kick there. Hapgood overruns that one. Here's a chance again for Stanciu.
Yeah.
He's tackled straight away. He tried to do the old Jack Ginnivan, Nick Watson, and threw the head back, didn't he there, Pete? He won in the free kick, but David Robertson's game.
For you, boys.
Hey?
Look at there.
Oh, gee, that is a haircut to set your watch to, Pete.
I was wondering what Dusty was doing after his side.
Burnett got it over the top to Abraham. Burnett again, hunting for the football. Bangs it inside the forward half here again. The Demons trying to gather the football. Here's a chance now for the Eagles.
Free kick. Vantage paid.
And they're going to go inbound. Reid gets the hair pass to Dynehoven. Dynehoven winds up, kicks the centre half forward, finds Scotty Anderson. Good build up here by the Eagles. Ball kick looking for Filipino.
Oh, nearly.
Gee, he's dropped a few sitters, hasn't he? Could have had a bag already. Boyington got the hand pass over the top to Marnie. Marnie's kick was smothered and it's gone out of bounds. And a boundary throw. And he's kicked three. He kicked the opening 3 goals of the game, Lupino, but he's dropped about 3 or 4 marks inside that forward 50. But yeah, he's well on to track, having a big afternoon today.
He is indeed. Boundary thrown. That surely would be called back, and it will be.
So was Smith eligible for interleague, Pete?
Yes. No,
I don't reckon he was.
I thought he was.
No,
I
he was
thought I
there.
saw his name in his list, on the list.
Yeah.
Well played by Boyington through traffic. Gets a hands to Hapgood. That's a poor handball. Turned over now to Fish. This is Luke. He snaps it inside 50. Bouncing footy there. There's a chaos ball. Overbounced everyone. Lapino there. Dispossessed in the tackle. Probably didn't have the footy. Play's gone on. Trying to mops up now for the D's. Chipping ball over the tops. Okay. Good hands by Avery. Class Harbour centre mark of the day. At least Otway have stemmed the bleeding. I don't only conceded 1 goal, but a trial by 29. Ball kick long. Hapgood at the back. Good mark. Hasn't he turned into a super player, Elijah Reid? He goes back inside 50. That's a nice kick. And speaking, good to see this guy having an injury-free run this year, Scotty Anderson, and he marks it almost directly in front. He'll kick from about 48.
He always seems to get injured in the broadcast game, Scotty Anderson. He's just a tough mongrel, isn't he, Pete? Harder than a cat's head.
So he's going to go line up here, Scotty Anderson. He's kicked 4 goals for the year. Playing his 52nd game. He lines up, 45 out. Kick is on the way, and he's just missed. 1 behind. So Eagles just wasting a couple opportunities. 6-5, plays 1-4, margin 31 points as the D's clear it out of defence through Boyington. That's a poor kick by the coach. And it's turned over and finds Altman now. So the Eagles get another opportunity. Kick towards the forward pocket. There, Marnie come off his man. Almost got there on the half volley. Sort of threw it out in the end, really. Dynehoven, Anderson, dispossessed. Ball's just spotting around about 40 out from goal. Ball spills out now. Carter, good handball over the top. Carson, chipping ball inside 50. That's a nice kick for Lapino's got all the time, but he got a terrible bounce. Boyington just overran the footy there as well. Ball spilled out there. Oh, Larson got one high and should have gone a free kick. Umpire said play on. Carter over the top of the footy there, picked up by Larson to Boyington, just wagging a bit of time, just snaps around the corner, bouncing footy towards the wing position, Burnett in front. Abraham read it well. Just a smart bit of kick under pressure towards the wing position there. Hayward should get there. Well done there by Patterson. Put himself under pressure, but he won the footy. Hand pass. Abraham getting busy. Sutherland took him on. He got the hand pass away just. Stanciu. The level's just gone up a cog in the last couple of minutes. Good kick. Oh, dropped one he should have taken was Coos. Bullet centre half forward. Melgrew went to ground. Nothing doing. But the Eagles mop up through Hillmore. Hand pass down to their Waithbury friend. Chip Milne in the corridor. And the mark by Jack Fish in the middle of the ground. He's going to go long. Looking that time for Absalom. So Absalom and Kent the key, and he's just pulled up a bit short there.
He went to the hemi.
Yeah, he pulled up a little bit short there, but hopefully he's all right. He's had a big first half. Kicks long, we'll keep an eye on him. Kick Lapino, George is there, couldn't take it. Getting back there, Cameron. Hand pass there, well played by Trotter. And the D's bring a sigh of relief again.
Trotter just bangs the ball out of the defensive half here. Chance now for Abraham against the teammate there for the Eagles. Get it out there.
Spit it out.
Comes out to Hapgood, and it'll be a ball up on centre wing.
Yeah, certainly this game's lifted in intensity. The Otway boys are a bit more intense and Eagles aren't taking a backward step.
Yeah. Up and down, isn't it? There's a chance now for Reid. He's tackled there by Hapgood, and it'll be another ball up on centre wing.
At least Otway's midfield's been a lot better in this quarter around the footy with their intensity and tackling pressure.
Yeah, a lot more aggressive.
That was something that Shane Boynton would definitely put these midfielders on notice a quarter time.
41 plays 10. Eagles are leading this ball game. 1 goal apiece this quarter. Big stacks on this one again. It'll be another ball up.
I would like to see Sam Melgra go onto the ball for 5 or 10 minutes. Just get himself into the game.
I don't know that he can.
Yeah.
He's
carrying an injury, I think. Yeah.
His chance. Hapgood overruns the football.
You need to try
another ball. Oh, it's a free kick.
You need to try something to get himself into the game at the moment.
So Abraham wins the free kick for Otway. Bangs the ball to centre half forward. Overhead of Stanciu. Overruns it was Smith. Here's Stanciu. His hair pass was smothered. Oh, it's free kick goes the way of the Eagles. Across the half-back's flank. Here's a chance now for Fish, who picks up the football. Evades one tackle.
Oh, he's running a fair way.
Bit of Bailey Smith about that. The hair flashing in there. Needed the headband to go with it.
Push.
George has given away a free kick, though. Free kick goes to Dale Trotter at half-back here. They're 1-4-10 Otway. 6-5-41 the Western Eagles. The D's, though, playing a lot better footy than they did in the first quarter. As Abraham kicks looking for O'Meara. He's having a cracking game. He plays on. He kicks the D's inside the forward 50 again. Smith. Class over centre mark of the day. Marked in front of Mulgrew.
Still 3-1, isn't it? They're kicking to the Eagles guys who are getting back and helping their backs out. Yep.
Smith goes looking for a teammate in the back pocket. Helmore's got the football. He's got Friend, but he's going to go further afield. And he finds Elijah Reid, who's taken a good mark. So Reid with the footy. This way, that way. He's going to kick. Oh, good work by O'Meara. Just got a fingernail to it and it's gone out of bounds. And a boundary throw-in, almost possession there by one Peter Mulherron.
Yeah. Like you don't do a hamstring like the bloke that did the coin toss last week at the Marble Stadium.
I've done a hamstring before.
well, enough said there, Pete.
Yeah.
What were you doing?
Trying to pick up the
ball. Throw it in. One down on dedication by Gunning. Sutherland trying to get himself into the game. He kicks up to its half forward. Smith got up early. Lob factor was Helmore. Friend gets back there in support there for the Eagles' defence. Cooch put his head over the footy. Well played by Friend. Gets a hand pass away. They get a chain of handballs through Haywood. Haywood's kicked to the wing position. Good one-on-one contest there between George and Roland. Ball still in dispute yet again. Reid. That's Angus. Over the top of the footy, Ferrari. And we'll get a ball up there. Pete Hickey, here's a question for you. Where's Dylan Clissold at these days?
No, I don't think you'll see him for the year, is my story. He just can't get his injury right.
Yeah, it's a real shame, isn't it?
Yeah.
You want to see the good players out there, and unfortunately their body's saying other things as well. Burnett did really well. Hacked the kick long up towards centre half forward. Good mark again. That time by Helmore. Class Harbour centre mark of the day. That was a good grab. Gives it off to Friend. The Eagles are ready for it. Half back with a bounce. Has a second bounce. He got all the time. He ran up towards half forward. Chipping ball over the top there. Good defensive work by Sutherland on Dynhoven. Crash, bash, they go. Friend ball it up. Good pressure to work by Abraham. Dynhoven mops up to Anderson. Chipping ball inside 50. Looking for Altman. He's got all the time in the world to pick it up, but the bounce didn't favour him. Trotter did really well. Hand pass over the top to Burnett. Burnett hand pass looking for Trotter, and he ran out of room. Boundary throwing. That was exciting by Charlie Friend, the mark, and he took off straight away.
Just got so much space.
Yeah, he had a paddock, didn't he?
Some think order around the ground. Zelvie 2-4-16, Illawarra back 1-3-9, Imps 6-5-41, South Colac 3-3-21, and Lawn 5-2-32, Birregurra 3-4-22.
So some games starting to tie it up a little bit. So what's the umpire paid here?
Throw it in again, I think.
Yeah, so it'll be a Boundary throw in here as well. So Kataroo Cup's 3 goals the margin at the moment, so Imps on top of that one at the moment because they played by lost by 20 points back in round 1, which just feels like an eternity ago, Max.
It does, but also it just feels like it was the other day as well.
That's right.
Guy throws it back into play. Eagles go inside the forward 50. Lupino's on the goal square. has to fight with Marnie. He just goes for the old-fashioned rush, the behind Hawthorn 2008 style.
Oh, no.
Here we go.
They cheated their way towards the Grand Premiership that year.
So Marnie and Trotter have been really good down back for...
Since Marnie's gone on to Lupino, hasn't he?
That's right. He's really made a difference.
6-6-42, 1-4-10 Otway District. So Eagles leading by 32 points. Gunning takes the mark from the kick out. So Alexander Gunning here. He's going to kick down the line.
Oh, no.
Didn't find Burnett. Borgio gathers. Goes for the 9-pointer.
Oh,
really? Lupino trying to get to the football. He does. And he swoops and he kicks a point.
What a pickup.
Gee. That was like a Jared Brennan type pickup. Remember the night he did that? The one-hander?
Yep.
And he snapped it. He thought he was right next to the goal. 6-7-43, 1-4-10.
He could have easily had 6 or 7 already, Baden Lupino. He's on the cusp of taking the game by the scruff of the neck.
He's kicked 3 goals too, dropped 4 marks. Could have been he could have just absolutely blown them. This is what I talked about in the pre-game. This is the time where the Eagles can put Otway to the sword here. They've got a big lead, 33 points the margin. Otway are playing all right.
Yeah,
good tackle there by Ken against Hapgood. And it'll be a ball up on centre wing right in front of Pete Mullerin on his swivel chair.
Don't come too close, knock me off.
Yeah, that's it. And the lawsuit come out there. Hapgood tried to take them all on. It'll be a ball up. Ross Panther goes, I'll put my Otway flag on then.
She's pretty tough at the contest when you're close up to it, isn't it?
Reed wins the tap out. Here's a chance for O'Meara. He's hard at it too, isn't he? So's this man Sutherland. He's tackled and your ball up on centre wing again. So 6-7-43, the Western Eagles, 1-4-10. Otway Districts. Gunning wins the tap out. Hapgood, he's been everywhere. Came Hapgood. Here's Sutherland. And he's going to get a free kick,
Yeah.
Bang the knee up against that. It's not a soft turf here at Irrawalla. It's It's a real hard firm ground at the moment. That's why they couldn't play here early in the season, and we have another boundary throw in here. 43-10. It's the Eagles leading over Otway.
As we enter time on. So I don't think this will be a long quarter, you would imagine. It's the first quarter, only went nearly 23 minutes. Well, only the 1 goal kicked.
It won't go 38 anyway, Drew.
That's exactly right, Pete Mullerin. Gunning should have got a free kick for a hold, nothing doing. Jack Fish put his head over and he's well tackled, and he'll be rewarded with holding the footy with O'Meara. So O'Meara going to kick the D's, get a goal before half-time. That's a better ball and a good set of hands by Mulgrew. Gee, that was a good kick by O'Meara. And Mulgrew stuck the mitts out and took the mark.
You wouldn't want it in a better bloke's hands than Mulgrew. Kicking from here.
He's kicked 1 goal too. He's kicked the only goal so far. So the D's here. So looking for a goal. They've been hovering for a while. They deserve the goal for their efforts in this second quarter. So Sammy Mulgrew from about 40 out on a slide angle. Puts it on the way. And that is nice. Stakes it through for his second. So the D's get their second goal, and it's a well-deserved one too. He kicks his 16th goal for the year, and that takes them on the 2-4-16 on the Greg Allen Farm Machinery scoreboard. Western Eagles 6-7-43, and the margin's back to 27 points. Heck, but they're playing a lot better in this second quarter.
Yeah, well, both sides they're cracking in. You can see the Eagles are really wanting to put Otway to the sword, and Otway, to their credit, they're having a crack. Probably lack that forward. Mulgrew's their sole forward at the moment up there, the only one that looks like kicking a goal.
He would have been handy a couple of Mondays ago, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
Just would have complemented that forward line, I reckon, and that would have been a game, a really good quality side for him to probably kick that 4 or 5 goals up forward.
If I was Otway, I'd clear out that forward line and just let Mulgrew go at it.
Yeah, I agree.
Just clear him out.
Back in the middle, so 43 plays 16. Here's a chance now for Peterson. Hangs the ball now to centre wing. Oh, a good plucky mark there for Otway Districts. And Roland takes a good, I was going to think that you might go into tune there. Hapgood, being on fire. It's a chance now for Stanciu. I tell you what, talking about that song, Pete, how about that scenes in North
to Alaska?
No, what's that shopping plaza in Northland? With the car going through. That was a bit of Blues Brothers action, wasn't it?
Yeah.
During the week. As soon as I saw that, I thought, there we go. Got to watch Blues Brothers.
Around the grounds, thanks to the Water, North Melbourne, 11-5-71. Late Carlton, 4-8-32, nearing three-quarter time at the G.
O'Meara backwards, hand pass. Here's Patterson with the footy. Kick wasn't great. Over the head of Coots. O'Meara. Here's a chance there for Helmore. Backwards hand past the Reed. Reed goes inbound. Carter now. What can he do? Assesses the options. Bangs it inside the 450. And he's taken a class over centre mark of the day is Tyler George. Right on his chest.
As a defender, Pete and Hick, how much chance do you have with delivery like that?
Zero. No. You don't have any chance at all, no matter what you do.
And they've done it well today, the Eagles, with that guy just hovering around the midfield on his own. Their game plan's working.
Tyler George directly in front us to kick it right on the 50. Normally a dead eye. Better on the set shot. He's going to go back. His kick looks pretty good. I told ya. Goal of the day, contender.
A Westvic Sheds and Garages goal of the day.
Kicks his second goal for the afternoon. Eagles 7-7-49. Otway Districts 2-4-16. Greg Allen Farm Machinery scoreboard. 24 minutes gone on the Richardson Real Estate time clock. Pete, off, go.
General play, I'd say Otway's probably had slightly the better of the Eagles this quarter, but the scoreboard tells us Eagles have kicked 2 goals and Otway's only kicked 1. So it's a disappointing result there for Otway, really, for the effort that they put in.
But that was good play from the Eagles. As I said, they're just hovering that bloke back around the midfield. They've got a release kick, which is really good, and their game plan's obviously working. The wingers are not staying at home for Otway; they're following the ball, which is allowing that free guy across the midfield. So
you don't see too many teams in this league, Pete, that not many teams take on the corridors more as we've seen the Eagles today.
Well, Otway are not paying it any respect, so they're giving it up to them.
So I reckon it's about 3 goals that have gone through the corridor and resulted in goals. So Eagles get the response that Otway didn't need as Mo Mira hacks it to centre half forward. Good punch away by Funds. He's tackled Sutherland to the turf, which is not an easy thing to do. It comes out to Craddock. He took him on. He did okay. Back to Habgood. Habgood sold some candy. He's going to have a ping from 50. He goes towards goal. Getting back there, Abraham, but well done by Smith. And punches it through for a rush behind.
He's been a thorn in their side today, Smith, hasn't he? He just gets his hand in there and he's controlled the air. He's he can take a good intercept mark as well.
2-5-17 they move on to now. Otway, Western Eagles are 7-7-49. 25 gone in this manoeuvre food second quarter with seconds ticking away as we approach half time.
So Chancey now for Helmore. He's going to wind up. Sends it out defensive 50 here. There's a chance now for the Eagles. The ball kicked to centre wing. Carter's lurking. Good work there by Cameron. And there's your half-time siren. Good half of footy. Otway having a crack, but the Eagles just a little bit more polish as they went forward. They're 7-7-49. Otway Districts 2-4-16. We got Baden Lapino, who's kicked 3 goals. He kicked the first 3 goals of the game. In fact, Sammy Mulgrew, the only goal kicker for Otway. He's got a couple. Before we have our half-time break, and we can go to our snacks that were gloriously provided by the Western Eagles canteen. It was, all the scores have disappeared on me.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Internet failure.
Now, no, we go. LV 17 here, 1-4-10. Simpson 7-4-46. Apollo Bay 4-2-26. 16.
On Mix FM, this is CDFNL Live.
Carrie and Tommy. Carrie's been 5 days and an international trip and a half marathon and hasn't done a dump.
Around the world in 0 poos.
Yeah.
And I'm very regular normally.
Stop bragging about it. And on the flights, nothing.
Nothing.
The pressure from the plane.
I know. I get it.
Drive home with Carrie and Tommy. Weekday arvos from 3 till 6.
The Coles Fest online sale is on now. Head online or to the Coles app today. Offer ends 22nd June.
Mix FM.
Southwest winter is harsh. Keeping your family comfortable. heatandcool.com.au.
In 10.
Game's ever played here at the Saints. Good kick to half forward. Hayward, did he arm chop? Not. Zybo arrived it to Floyd. 40 here, kick. It's brilliant! Absolutely brilliant by Ethan Floyd. There's your goal at A contender. Numbers here with Marnie though, however. He's just high, up and under kick. Linked there. Courage took a terrific class over centre mark.
With Hutchison, here's Curran, he sends the ball high. Hayward's got a job on him, couldn't take the mark. Picked up by Arnold, and Arnold, like a rover, kicks a goal at A contender. Haydos winds up through the guts of Birregurra. His kick is going to find a teammate there. Williamson! Fuck, he's going to get a free kick tackle with the other. Mitchie's off to the races. Oh no, Mitchie! Cooper Hanley came on player and goes back on the 50. Give him a 2-goal lead. It's gone right to the line. It's dear marked it on the goal line.
CDFL over the last few weeks. Coxey's 200 last week. Fortinet's 250th today, along with Kyle McSparrons.
$25 years. Irrigation and systems to pumps and rainwater tanks, and your local experts in solar pump systems. Think Water Colac. They do water well.
Ben Spokes at We Spoke Insurance Specialist can come to you and advice with We Spoke Book. Authorised representative of PSC Connect Proprietary Limited. Please consider all terms and conditions.
Mowers are in stock and available now from Mark Benton Farm Machinery Repairs Simpson, your authorised Ferris and Victor dealer. Ferris and Victor zero-turn mowers offer a smoother ride, delivered by 2 or 4-wheel independent suspension, together with a steel fabricated deck. Both brands are quality. Ridge Road, Simpson.
Looking for fencing products? Look to your local CRT store in Simpson. Find a large range of pine and steel fence posts, plus unlimited stock of wire products and electric fencing needs. Harlow's Home Hardware, Barrowmill Street, Simpson.
Step inside Victoria's most intense. Powered by Sports Power Colac, FSR Equip, KFC Colac and Minerva Foods. This is CDFNL Live.
Yeah, welcome back. Here it's half-time at Willoughby under bright sunny skies. There's not a cloud in the sky here for this Farmers game. And the Western Eagles are doing a really good job. Second quarter. Very nice lead by 32 points. The Tigers and the Hawks, 7-4-46 lead the Bay, 6-2-38. Colac Imperials have sent a message again. They lead by 31 over South Colac, 8-5-53 to 3-4-22, and Lorne have snuck away a little bit off. He's on fire there and he's got a couple of netball scores. Western Eagles said 54 defeated Otway Districts 52. So good to see the Eagles get a win there. They've had a pretty tough year. And Simpson 67. They got their season back on track with a big win over Apollo Bay 40. We'll keep it on the top of the table clash there between Albion and Warrabeek. That promises to be an absolute beauty there as well. We'll check your other leagues before we go to a break. Western Eagles boys, I've had to keep it on there. They haven't been into the rooms at half time. So it's
game even up that quarter of the in general play, but Otway haven't got a forward line really to really do any damage, and Smith has been almost impossible to get past for the Otway boys down there. He's controlled the air, and there's no easy avenue to goal.
No.
And
he's
Eagles,
the roadblock, isn't he?
He is. But in general play, I think it's sort of evened out. What do you think, Pete?
Yeah, it did. They they got better around the ball Otway. They're still not paying a lot of respect to holding territory. They're chasing the ball, but the second quarter was a lot better than the first. I think it was 30 points towards the end of the first quarter, and so it's still around that now. So yeah, the second quarter was a lot evener than the first, which was good. But you know, the Eagles' first 20 minutes was really good.
Yeah. So I think of this for me, they've been outstanding. And of course, Elijah Reid, we just expect him to do what he's done now, because we've seen him do it a few times, and you get a bit blasé about it, don't you? But he's been good as well.
Who could be the game changer in the second half, Pete, from an Otway point of view? We know Jimmy Abraham in that quarter, so glimpses in that quarter.
Yeah, he's the one. I thought when he was good early in that quarter, that was when Otway were in control. He sort of driving forward.
Premium Group Painting play at the first half. We saw in the first quarter there, which was resulted in a goal. Went coast to coast there, and I think it set up a goal to Dinehope. And they just took him from one end of the ground to the other. It wasn't great off the boot, but it was unbelievable play. It was probably one of the best plays we've had all year.
Yeah, Eagles done it twice in that first quarter. They went from the back flank with overlap run, handball, great delivery inside 50, and resulted in 2 goals. So they were the players of the day for me.
Yeah, we'll go around the grounds again. .28, that's early in the second half, and Lorne with James Hughes kicking 4 in the first half, 7-3-45 to the Saints, 4-4-28. Netball scores, if I just mentioned, the Western Eagles 56 defeated 54 defeated Otway. Simpson 67 defeated Apollo Bay 40 underway. North Melbourne lead Carlton by 46 points at three-quarter time. 13-6-84 to 5-8-38.
So you happy drive back.
Oh, mate.
Logon Street will be like a ghost town.
You think that you and Nude running in the rain? Drew's going to be running Nude down at Arden Street tomorrow morning.
I tell you what, there's
Newtown.
It's pretty old, actually, if you go there.
Yeah.
Cotton on town, isn't it?
The Eagles are still there, getting warming up for the second half here, and that's where we'll take a break here. Back with the Sports Power Colac. Third term after this year, Western Eagles leading by 32 points here. Can they make it another win for the year, or can Otway produce a second half?
You back. Theodore Podiatry not only has your back, they've got your feet, offering non-invasive treatment options like Shockwave with no downtime needed. Step into relief with carefully selected footwear for work, sport and casual outings.
can trust. Barrow Legal. Gerard Barrow, a local looking after locals. Expert advice and representation for when you're buying or selling a house, land, farm, even a business, making or updating your will. And when you find yourself on the wrong side of the law or faced with intervention order problems, Gerard, a former investigator and prosecutor, knows what it takes to fight for your rights. Don't make a clanger out of your legal needs. Contact Barrow Legal.
Farm machinery. Get across the cements, including mowers, tedders and rakes, all built tough in Europe and ready for Australian conditions. Stock is limited and ready to go, so don't wait around. Drop into Greg Allen Farm Machinery Colac. Give the sales team a call to secure your Samaz end of financial special for June 30.
At Sports Power Colac, we're strong supporters of local footy and netball. We've got everything you need for the season. The most popular shoes, boots, socks, shorts, compression gear, balls and more. This football and netball season, see us at Sports Power Colac, your local experts.
Nothing beats the sizzle of lamb on the barbecue. Juicy, tender and packed with flavour. Whether it's a Sunday roast or feast, lamb is always the right choice for your dinner table. If you're looking for Colac's largest employer is hiring. Join the team tables worldwide every day. Reach out to the Minerva Foods recruitment team today.
Mowers are in stock and available now from Mark Benton Farm Machinery Repairs Simpson, your authorised Ferris and Victor dealer. Ferris and Victor zero-turn mowers offer a smoother ride, delivered by 2 or 4-wheel independent suspension together with a steel fabricated deck. Both brands are quality built and made in the USA. They also carry a range of belts and blades for other mower brands and stock a large range of 4-ply and 6-ply ATV and side-by-side tyres. Mark Benton Farm Machinery, 580 Sunday Ridge Road, Simpson.
Looking for building materials? Look to ENRA Parlour Home Hardware of Simpson. Find a huge range of timber, roofing, plumbing and electrical lines. Delivering to Compton, Timboon, Princetown and Port Campbell. Parlour's Home Hardware, Barrelmore Street, Simpson.
End of the Rope, an exploration of the life, trial and execution of Ronald Ryan, the last person to be hanged in Australia. Ryan's 1967 execution in Victoria ignited widespread controversy, sparking public protests and debate on the death penalty. A compelling narrative about crime, punishment and the shifting public attitudes that led to the abolition of the death penalty in Australia. End of the Rope, only at Geelong Jail. geelongjail.com.au.
Powered by Sports Power Colac, FSR Equip, KFC Colac and Minerva Foods. This is CDFNL Live.
Yeah, second half about to get underway here in our Farmers Game special. It is the Western Eagles 7-7-49, lead Otway Districts 2-4-16. And what it's been a pretty good half of football. The Eagles dominated the first quarter, 5-1. Bit of an even second quarter. But the D's are going all right, Hick.
Yeah, they're going okay. As I said, they haven't got a forward line though. They're relying on Mulgrew. They wouldn't mind I see big Lenny Perkins running around there on the wing. They wouldn't mind him up more. The big Len dog.
We've got a bit of a Pete off at the moment. We've got Peter Hickey, former Otway District President and Chairman and CEO out there, and we got former Western Eagle Irrawirral Piranjalik in Peter Mulher, and so it is. I'm in between the two Peters at the moment, and I feel like if the game got a little bit close, it might get a little bit...
We'll be on.
A little bit chirpy.
I'll tell you what, who's getting chirpy is a bloke up the back here.
That's right, because North Melbourne's finally going to win a game.
And he even slipped in that they're going to be 6 points in front of Richmond.
46 points up at three-quarter time.
I don't think he's ever broadcasted a game before on CFL Live and North Melbourne are winning.
He always enjoys when they have a win over the team that was going to buy him.
Fair call, Pete. Fair call.
I'll let that one go, Pete. That's a good one. I like that one. Well, but it doesn't matter because you got North's first round pick.
Yeah, that's right.
It's a win-win for you guys.
All right, big second half here. Are the D's any chance of causing an upset here, boys, or will the Eagles smell a bit of blood, as I mentioned before? They need a kill They need a kill, and this is their chance that they can come out with a 50-point win, which is a very rare occasion for the Eagles.
First 10 minutes.
Yeah, look, it's hard to see Otway scoring heavily enough, quickly enough.
No.
But anything's possible.
Particularly when you kick 2 goals for the day, so it's going to be make things very, very hard for him. Here's Abraham. He's just on the cusp of exploding this game out if he wants to. O'Meara Rover around the footy. Fish on hands and knees. Carter rolled his way through traffic to Reed. Back it goes by hand to Carter. Carter's kicked towards left half forward. Alpino's on a lean. In fact, George. He's lurking it because Trotter overran the footy. Oh, well played. Stands around. Check sides it. And kicks up behind. Gee, that would have been some goal if he happened to pull that off.
That would have been goal of the year, I think, if he had to pull that off. He can do some pretty special stuff, Tyler George. He's a very clever player.
7-8-50 to 2-5-17. I checked the scoreboard. In fact, it's 2-5-17 to 7-8-50.
He's got a stone in his boot. He's hopping around like he's got a sore foot.
So we're barracking for Hick.
Boundary throwing.
Free kick.
Smash straight into the Tesla.
It's going to go backwards, back over the top. Oh, jeez.
No.
Elon Musk wouldn't have liked that, would he?
Where'd it go, boys?
Yeah, straight in the front of the Tesla.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Hope it's insured.
Yeah.
So, Chancey for O'Meara, he's been really good today for the Eagles, but he's kicked off for the D's. I was going to say for the Eagles there because he kicked it almost to the Eagles, and it's a boundary throwing.
As I mentioned, the Western Eagles got Illawarra back next week. All of a sudden becomes a really winnable game from the way the Bombers have played. How far away is Cooper Stevens and Tommy Ennor?
Well, they're saying any week now for Cooper. Tommy Ennor might be another couple away from what I understand.
Here's a chance now for the Eagles through Carter. Campas was smothered and it's gone out of bounds. And another boundary throwing. So 50 plays 17. Favour of the Eagles, 7-8-50, 2-5-17. Big chance for the Eagles to get a big wing on the board here. They've got the momentum. They had a big start to this game. It's been halted a little bit. O'Meara kicked the first 5 goals of the match. Lupino kicked the first 3.
Since then, it's pretty much been even Stevens, really.
Ross the Boss Panther throws the ball up. Gunning wins the tap out. Burnett tries to gather the football, picked up by Reed. Sold some candy. Good hand pass from Kent. Got it over the top to a teammate there in Carter, who bangs the ball inside the forward 50. Couldn't take the mark. There was Larson. Here's a chance for Fish. Tackle without it. Free kick goes the way of Fish.
Yep.
So Jack Fish here. He's kicked one behind so far today. Not a big thumping kick though, is he?
Yeah.
Also keeping on Dob Absalom too, boys. He's also a bit proppy as well.
We mentioned in that second quarter he went for the hamstring, didn't he?
He did.
So Jack Fish here has a big opportunity to put the Eagles with a big 39-point lead. 35 out, he's missed the lot. He kicked that like Patrick Dangerfield was shooting for goal last night. Had a bounce on the full.
Every Geelong player kicking the footy.
Oh,
what's
going on with
they
them
were
last night?
Jeez, they turn nasty pretty quick, don't they, Drewy?
Oh, don't they ever?
They gave us those white T-shirts and they turned into white flags pretty quickly.
Well, I was going to say when you waved that white T-shirt, did you?
No, I had it on, mate. I had it on.
Well, did you realise your team was going to wave it like 2 minutes into the first quarter? quarter.
Be like Richmond for the last 3 years. Just sold the shop.
He's cracked them.
Told everyone to leave and then go for the draft picks. That's what I see White flagging. Not just losing a random game after 5 weeks of brilliance.
I tell you what, we're very lucky we've got the July bye because you and Richmond play each other at GMHBA on that Saturday.
No, they don't. They're playing in 2 weeks.
I won't be able to get there and have a look.
There's a chance now for Mulgrew. No, we're at Birregurra the day Geelong play Richmond. Here's a chance now for the Eagles. They're going to go from half back. Ball kick forward.
Got in the barrel. Oh!
Fish. Flying chance there by Fish. Picked up here by Burnett at half back for the Demons. Sends the ball down the centre half forward. Looking for a teammate there, Mulgrew. He's gunning. Stanciu through the pack. Good play there. Sutherland couldn't take the mark. Almost picked up here by the Eagles, trying to go to the football there. This way, that way by Frankie Farnes. This game's dedicated to him. And it's going to be a ball up right in front of our commentary position. Carson and Coots there, the two youngsters. And it'll be another ball up. So 50 plays, 17. No goals kicked so far this quarter. David Robertson, just a bit of a senior moment there, getting that ball there, Hick. Took him about 3.5 minutes to bend over to get that. Umpire throws it up. Reed wins the tap out. Chancey for Smith. Bangs the ball forward. Rolling ball to centre half forward for the D's. Overruns it. Here's a chance for Boyington. Flashy hand pass. O'Meara just can't pick up the football. Hapgood. O'Meara kicked off the ground. Gathered his own football. Got the hand pass to Sutherland. Sutherland back to O'Meara. O'Meara kicks to the right foot pocket to Mulgrew. Premium good plating player of the day there by Connor O'Meara.
Oh, Wheels O'Meara.
How about that?
That was very impressive.
Only bloke that wanted the pill.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, no, just put his head over the ball and just kept going. And
he is small but big in heart. And Mulgrew, who's been the only goal kicker so far for Otway, he's kicked a couple.
He's going to Stevie Johnson.
Stevie J, Jeremy Cameron type kick right up against the boundary. He's got to finish it with a goal. Premium good plating, goal of the day, play of the day, everything. That was a ripper of a play by Otway. Get excited here.
Magic finish. What a magic finish.
Oh, Lordy, what a goal. Goal of the day.
Sensational. They go to 3-5-23 Otway Districts. Western Eagles 7-8-50. Greg Allen Farm Machinery scoreboard. 7 minutes gone in this Sports Bar Colac third quarter here on Mix FM.
What a goal.
He got that bending beautifully.
He did. It never looked like missing from the time it hit his boot.
No.
In the words of Brian Taylor, that's the biggest bender I've ever seen in my life. That was a ripper.
Yeah.
Dob Absalom, boys. I think he's done for the day. They put his hamstring on ice. He walked straight to the bench.
We are doctors on it over here sometimes. Around the ground, Saints to think order. Polar Bay 9-5-59, leading Simpson 8-5-53.
Oh, good game. Good game.
Oh, the Hawkers.
We tipped that.
We did.
Yeah.
Just got to hang on now.
Even though Jock didn't want to talk about it
on the radio.
Yeah.
Come on, Jock.
Oh, why didn't you want to talk about it?
No, because he flogged. I mean, that's Jock.
Frog. Did you say a frog?
A frog. That's it.
Compliance training.
Something in my throat.
Compliance training.
So back in the middle here. One down. It was a kick on by Carter. He's gone into the middle. He kicks up towards half forward. Good contest there. Anderson running it after it again here. So the Eagles are down to one plus on the bench as Anderson grabs it. Kicks long. Lapino got in front of Marnie. That's been a good duel. Falls off hands again. Getting back on this occasion there was Burnett. As George looking for a free kick. Nothing doing. In fact, it was Lapino. We're going to get a ball up.
Yeah, Jock just forgot about it.
Yeah, didn't count.
Didn't count.
There you go.
So Dob Absalom done for the day with a hamstring issue.
That's what happens when I'm looking at the AFL fixture and I miss out on the Richmond game. So those last now. They're the 4:40 Sunday
Good
fixtures.
tackled. Caught. Just got the handball somehow. Ball bounced out towards defensive 50. Melbourne and mops up. Coming around Craddock. So the D's intensity has lifted somewhat. Stanciu. Hand pass there. They clear it away through Larson, the youngster. Kick towards the centre of the ground there. Good contest, not according to the umpire. And Jeremy Smith will win himself a free kick for fun on contact. Oh, nearly been 50.
He was lucky to get away with that.
He shouldn't have got away with that.
So the umpires last night would have paid it because they were paying 50-metre penalties more often than Peter Hickey eats chips. As Smith kicks to centre half forward, Fish couldn't take the mark. Trying to pick up the ball, gathers it this way, gets around the Hapgood tackle, got the hand pass out just. Chancey now for Atwood, gets the hand pass out to Middleton. Middleton now hand pass, looking for Carter, but Hapgood just steals it and it's gone out of bounds. I tell you what, though, good on Otway here because, again, they keep saying that the Eagles have a chance to go for a big of a kill here, and Otway have really hung on.
Yep,
they're really putting a good game towards the Eagles this afternoon, and there's still a little bit of striking distance, 50-23.
And then the next goal.
Hapgood picked up here by Cameron, and his tackle to be another ball up.
You can see that they need to kick the 2 goals. And bar from Sammy Melgrew, who looks like the only forward that's kicking a goal, they need others involved and they're getting impact on the scoreboard.
Well, since it was 5 goals to zip, it's been 3 goals to 2 in favour of Otway. As Boynton falls over, here's a chance now through Kent, gets around Avery, has a flying shot for goal. It's gone through for a behind.
Free kick.
Oh, it's a free. It's a free kick, last line of the defence for the D's.
He's strong over the ball.
Just shrugged him off, didn't he? And then he was able to have the kick. Here's a chance now for George. He's trying to get out of that tackle, and he's going to be pinned on the footy. Yeah. He took him on. Free kick goes to Oscar Coots.
I think he's a bit stiff, I reckon.
What about the classy pickup, though, there from George?
Yeah, I thought he was a bit stiff there, boys, to be honest.
So he tried to take him on, though. That's the problem.
But see, it was the pickup that...
Stancy Oop, back right hand to Boynton. Boynton kick up towards the wing position there. O'Meara got up high, couldn't bring down the mark. Picked up now on this occasion there by Carter. He wants to, not sure what the factor was, Kent. Goes inboard, finds Elijah Reid. He's got Melverton on the other side of the ground, and that's where he goes. He marks a 65 out. He's going to give it the hand pass over the top to Friend. Shocking hand bomb. Power covers quickly. Gets around one. Hand pass looking for no one in particular. Lapino's put up a bit short. Carter mops up. Hand pass to George. Breaks a couple of tacklers. Has the size to get the hand pass around to Altman. Altman has a flying shot for goal, and he has kicked the goal. Gee, they worked hard for it. Wasn't pretty. It's a goal that I contender nonetheless.
A Westvic Sheds and Garages goal of the day.
And Drewy, they are.
Oh, yeah. 8856.
Brother.
Well, Otway District's 3523. I'll do it again. Otway District's at 3523. Western Eagles are 8856.
Brother. We love you,
Sweet. Thanks to Sports Power, Colac, Greg Allen Farmers Jr. has scored.
We miss you, Rexy.
It wasn't pretty, but they just they kept presenting. They kept giving the options, and that's what we talked about with the Eagles. This is what they got to do. They got to take those risks. They kept putting the ball back in a dangerous area, and eventually it spilled out to Altman, who was able to nail a nice finish.
Think order around the grounds. Lawn 7-4-46, Birregurra 6-4-40. So tightening up there. Dribbling reserve. So back in the middle, 56 plays 23. Reed just grabs it out of the ruck and just sends it forward. Brad Orton style. Kicks now, looking for Dinovan, trying to get the hand pass out, but he's tackled. It'll be a ball up on the 50. Favouring the Eagles side of the ground here.
He's done a couple of nice things today too, Dinovan.
He has.
He's still quite young in his career as well, so there's a lot of Eagle players are still pretty young in their senior careers.
Gunning wins the tap out, but it went forward for the Eagles, and it's going to be another ball up. That Sun's a killer, isn't it? Yeah, ball up right in the 50, but it's good to have sun out. We had a couple of weekends ago when it was pretty cold. Reed knocks the ball forward. Anderson trying to pick up the football. Good use of the body there by Boynton. Then he goes in for a big tackle in the right forward pocket. And there'll be a ball up.
That's what I call a tombstone pole driver.
I left the front door open there too, and Anderson walked straight through. All it had to do was sit, and they had a goal.
Yeah, it was great chap work there from
Altman
Reed.
wins the tap out. Kick there it was again by Altman, but his kick was smothered. Chance there for Cameron, trying to get the hand pass out. Hapgood gathers the football. Chance now for Cameron again. Hand passes to Burnett. Burnett shrugs his opponent, kicks now. Looking for Ferrari, but Smith sees it out of bounds. On the full, is it? Yep, free kick goes the way to Jeremy Smith for the Western Eagles on the outer side.
Nope, another hamstring gone over the back there, I'd say.
Jasper Coots.
He's had a horrible, he's had a bad run.
He did one against the Imps too, didn't he? Yeah. When Schroeder blind turned him. It was Pedersen got the hand pass out to Sutherland, looking to go to Burnett. Got it over top to Pedersen. Pedersen now kicks for Otway Districts to centre half forward. Couldn't take the mark off hands. Good job there by Friend. Here's a chance now for the D's. They go inside the forward 50 again. O'Meara falls over. Borgorio gets the football out and he finds a teammate there. Good work here by the Eagles. They're sort of building. Going to go down the corridor, find Scotty Anderson. Anderson goes by hand. Good build up here now. Chancey now for Milverton. Sends it inside the forward 50. Lapino couldn't take the mark. Trying to go to the football there. And it's going to be a Stacks on. It'll be another ball up, about 40 out from goal.
But there again, Otway's allowed them to have that run through the midfield.
Straight through the centre of the ground.
Yep. All their players are chasing the ball. Just stay at home.
Avery wins the tap out. Pedersen picks up the football. Back over the top to Avery. I think he's going to get a free kick. Cam Pedersen, back pocket for the Otway Districts. 8-8-56, the Eagles, 3-5-23, Otway Districts.
So Pedersen goes towards the outer side. Finds Avery. Some handle. He scores some interesting games going on. There's Cobden South, Warrnambool's 3 points in it. There's a couple of 1 point games as well. North and Port Fairy and Hamilton and
out again.
And out again through Anderson, through the centre of the ground. Good kick towards left half forward. Finds the youngster Dynhoven. He's 55 out from goal. George is on a lead. Lapino back to the goal square. And Dynhoven sends the kick long.
Downfield.
And he didn't really need to do that, did Cameron. The ball had gone. And a shot for goal is going to go to Lapino, I would suspect. Just didn't need to do it there.
No,
Cameron.
he didn't need to do it.
No.
Didn't need to do it at all.
So the ball had long gone, but that was just unnecessary, particularly when you're working your way back into the game. So Lapino's had the shot for goal. He kicked 3 in the first 3 goals of the game.
Tough shot from here.
Better on the angle though,
25 out, and he has threaded it, I think. How about that for a kick?
Yep.
Told ya.
He's got number 4, and it's probably the best of a lot of them. Goal at A contender. He's got his 4th.
And then
A West Vic Sheds and Garages goal of the day.
He's sort of been threatened to kick a 4 for quite a while. He kicked the first 3 goals of the game. He's got 4. He's kicked 4 goals too. 17-minute mark in this third quarter thanks to Sports Power Colac. Western Eagles travel to 9-8-62. Otway District to 3-5-23. Margin is a game high, 39 points. Pete Hickey on the Greg Allen Farm Machinery scoreboard.
There's just no need to do that. And it's just a fraction late, and there was no malice in it. But at the end of the day, you don't do it either. And and a very, very good finish.
And the Eagles boys were pretty happy letting Toby Cameron know.
They were.
Away the 50.
10th quarter around the grounds. Lawn 52, leading Birregurra 46. Imps 53, leading South Colac 28. Elvie 23, leading Oroback 11. Bit of a low scorer down there at our Red Rock.
Who would have thought that between two sides a lot to attack and score.
So free kick in the middle to Elijah Reid.
Yeah, someone's had too many in the square, I think.
And pass over the top to Kent and kicks the centre half forward. They're on the loose here. Dynhoven takes the mark, runs to the left forward.
Yes!
And kicks a goal at A contender. How good was that by the Western Eagles?
Wowee.
A West Vic Sheds and Garages goal of the day.
And they've just gone bang, bang, bang now. 10-8-68, the Western Eagles, 3-5-23. Otway Districts, 17 minutes gone on the Richardson Real Estate time clock.
And once again, like we saw at times today, that Otway paid no respect to the Eagles midfield people.
Yeah, no, that's right. And Dynhoven, we spoke about him earlier in the quarter. He's done some nice things, and that was a classy finish there. He finds space. A good forward, it sounds like an easy thing, but sometimes it's not easy to find space. And he's a young bloke that can find space, and the kick was perfect into him, and he was able to run on.
Scores are level at Stribling Reserve 2, boys. Think quarter around the grounds, 8-4-52 between Lawn and Birregurra.
So back in the middle here now. Eagles have all of a sudden put the foot down after being a little bit of a stalemate for the last 45 to 50 minutes. Here's Abraham. He's been good. Kicks it long inside 50. Pedersen in front there. Mulgrew 3-day couldn't take it. Picks up the footy on this occasion. It was harassed out of it. Good and Frank. Good contest. And good tackle and a ball up. Good umpiring there by Robertson. Both players put their eyes over the top of the footy. And no free kick, no damage was done. We'll get a ball up.
No big pardons either. They had their heads down and went hard at the ball, the boys there.
Yeah, it was good to see after we saw an incident during the Hampden League last weekend. We saw a young teenager. Habgood and someone just ran into each other.
Yeah, he'd get 2 weeks for that.
About that incident at Camberdown last week with the poor teenager in Camberdown with concussion. And by all reports, he's not doing great. So to the Cheesemans of Albi especially, wish you on a speedy recovery, mate. Hope to see you back out there real soon because we don't need to see that type of stuff in our game. Here's Habgood trying to pick up the footy on this occasion. Well done on this occasion by Kent. He's been fantastic. Marshall just had a momentary fumble and it's gone out of play. We've got to toss back in. I'd like to get your thoughts on that, boys, because what we saw that during that incident, the Camberdown Coroit game. It's just unacceptable in this day and age, particularly with concussions and they're protecting the player's head in this day and age.
Well, the fact the ball was out of bounds when it happened, that's the part that makes it pretty unpalatable for everybody.
Yeah. You think tribunal should need to come down harder on that, you think, because 3 weeks for that is way too light, and especially in 2025.
Well, you know when the ball's out of bounds.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
You know,
Stop.
so,
Particularly doing that to a 16-year-old kid, still learning to do his senior career, that is just pathetic in my view. So, Banbury throw-in. We've got Cheerio goes to the Cheesemans. Great family too. As ball's been thrown in, and it looks like we're going to do it all over again. So Banbury throw-in. We've played 20 minutes in this third quarter thanks to Sports Power Colac. Looks like the Western Eagles are going to record it out there.
For the Eagles, backwards hand pass over the top now.
Gone off air again.
Chance here now for the Eagles. They send the ball out of the defensive 50. Off hands.
Yep.
Good work there by Friend. He kicks now looking for a teammate. Off hands. Chance there again now for Carter. He's tackled. Good work here. It's a real hot football at the moment on the outer side wing. There'll be a ball up.
Yeah, it looks like an Otway player down behind play. I think it's Jimmy Abraham, I think.
10-8-68.
He's up and going.
10-8-68, 3-4-22. 46-point margin in favour of the Western Eagles here. Sutherland gets out of the fish tackle, gets the hand pass out beautifully. Could be turned over there. A lot of hair in that piece of play there at the moment.
Something
Good work.
I know nothing about.
It was a free kick. Middleton was on the run.
Yeah, it's
going to go back to Otway District. So free kick it's half back.
Kangas are home, boys. Are up by 5 goals.
Here we
10 minutes to
go. Drewy's going to do a victory lap.
That is a massive turnaround from Good Friday, isn't it?
Not wrong.
Stanciu sends the ball now, centre half forward. Couldn't say the mark was Abraham. Kicked off the ground there by Ferrari, forward for Otway. Chance for Mulger, who's done all the attack. He's kicked the only 3 goals for the Knees, and he's not going to get one this time. There's a chance now through the Eagles. Gone over and got the hand pass over top to Friend. Gets the over the top now to Kent, who bangs the ball inside the forward 50. George gathers the football now. Trying to get around Trotter. Good tackle there by Avery. And there'll be a ball up on the 50.
At least we'll get there's something to cheer about there, the two Petes and Max. We haven't done much to cheer about over the last 3 or 4 years. Ball thrown up, one down by Elijah Reid. Was pretty much unopposed. No.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
No, particularly with you guys over the last 15 years and Pete with his Tigers. As Angus Reid trying to keep the ball in. Stayed in, Carter. In fact, it went out, Banbury throw in.
Yeah, I'm not sure what Drew's worried about. We've had plenty.
I think that was a bit of a tongue-in-cheek moment.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you don't need to feel sorry for any of us, Drewy.
We're going into the Hampton League. There was a couple of close games going on. South Warrnambool by 10, Croydon 15 up. North Warrnambool 7 up, Warrnambool by 5, and Terang Mortlake up by 15 against Camberdown. Because Camberdown did knock them off back in round 1 by a big margin.
Hasn't the tackling improved since that has been enforced?
Yes, absolutely.
You see them, they still bring them to the ground hard, but they do it in a proper way.
Yep.
Ball thrown. Here's Jack Fish. Explodes away from the contest. He has a
Done the
flying
barrel.
shot for goal, and he went for the top.
Yes.
Yeah.
Stayed in play
He had
somehow.
more time too.
Trotter just gets it out along out towards the 50, and that's a good kick, and Rowan's taken the mark. We'll go around the ground shortly as they clear it out of defence.
Yeah, roll now, right in the bathe of the sun. I'm only guessing players now.
Burnett.
As they've got it, Burnett kicks the centre half
There's
forward.
who he is
Good work
again,
there by
The
Jeremy
roadblock.
Smith, class over centre mark of the day, the roadblock.
He has been outstanding today.
Got the stop sign out and everything.
Yeah.
Here's a chance now for Carson.
Yeah.
So Carson's got the footy. Spoke to his old man earlier today.
We need a point for the Western Eagles, boys, to take an 11 chicken.
Here comes Angus. Ready to feel like a bit of lemon chicken tonight. Ball kicked inside the forward 50. Lapino almost took a slips catch.
Oh, he's
got the footy. Can he kick a bag of 5? Kick was smothered. Picked up here by Burnett. Got the hand pass over top to Larson. Look at that hair, Pete. Sends the ball out of the defensive 50. Here's a chance now for Howard. Got the hand pass backwards now. Looking for Helmore. Helmore's hand pass forward. Looking for Smith. Trying to overrun the football.
Yeah,
Reed
fresh
picks
air
up the
shot.
football.
Oh, brilliant.
Hand passes over top to Smith. Smith, I think he's banged it inside the forward 50 here. Chancing now for Lapino, trying to gather the football. He's tackled right forward pocket, and it'll be another ball up. 10-8, 68, 3-5-23. The Western Eagles leading by 45 points.
Around the ground, thanks to Thinkwater, Alvey 23 lead Illawarra Biag 18, Apollo Bay 59 lead Simpson 54, Imps 66 lead South 42, and Lawn 64 lead Berry 58.
It's a seesawing game. It's dribbling reserve, isn't it?
Few good games.
Ball kicked in the middle of the ground now. Big tackle. Chancey now for the Eagles that are go inside the forward 50 again. Opportunity here for Dino.
Here it goes again.
Takes him on. Left forward pocket. Kicks up Levi Dinovan. Goal at contender.
A Westvic Sheds and Garages goal of the day.
He turned him inside out.
He did. So that's twice he's done that from nearly the same spot.
And hung him out the drive.
He did.
11-8-74 the Western Eagles, 3-5-23. It's hit the half-century mark, 51 points the margin. Greg Allen Farm Machinery scoreboard, 26, almost 27 minutes. We're getting into the GDFNL timekeeping areas of that 27-minute mark here on CDFNL live on the Richardson Real Estate time clock.
He's only a lightly built young lad, but once he puts a bit of muscle on...
there's a few skinny boys out there, though, aren't they, Pete?
There is.
They need a few pre-lunch CDFNL luncheons by the clubs, don't they?
Here they go again through Kent. Kent snapping ball to centre half for looking for that man again, and Dino, but he's got the party tricks out. And past the Carter, 52 out, has a flying shot for goal, but it's going to be down the ground because he was pushed off the football. But it's going to come back. But he's got the trip in him, though. He's going to go back and have a shot from 52
Should
metres.
be downfield.
Well, I think it went through for a score, so it comes back to where it was kicked from.
Correct.
Kicked on the goal line then, point line.
So Elijah Reed's confused. But
And he's trying to con the umpire, but Ross Panther knows the rules.
Yeah, he's all over it.
So Carter very much within range. You know, he's a thumping kick of the footy. The man on the mark's about 48, 49 metres out. Distance won't be a problem, particularly on a day like today. And this to really rub salt into the wounds. No, decides to pass it off. Elijah Reed offers a good lead. It takes a good mark. Class over centre mark of the day. It was a smart kick in the end. And Elijah Reed, 30 metres out directly in front. And she'll go back, kick his first for the afternoon. In fact, he's already kicked one. He's going back for his second.
Marked it like Shags Neil, Pete.
Yep.
On the wing, not in the forward line.
I was going to say how many
He didn't clunk many last night.
So Elijah Reed, pretty much directly in front. This for his second. Goes back and gun barrel straight.
Yeah, good kick.
Yep.
Goal of the day contender Elijah Reed. And the Western Eagles have really put the foot down in this late part of this third quarter.
A Westvic Sheds and Garages goal of the day.
And they've kicked, boys, 5 goals in about 16 minutes. They've really put the foot down, and that takes them on the 12-8-80 West Otway Districts 3-5-23. Greg Allen Farm Machinery scored. Approaching the 29-minute mark of this third quarter thanks to Sports Power Colac. Pete, they really put the foot down in the last 10 minutes.
Yeah, the Otway keep giving up the midfield. We keep saying it.
Yeah.
They're loose across the wings and half back, so you're not going to win too many games of footy like that.
Think order around the ground. Illawarra Biak leading Elvie by 1 point, 36-24 to 35-23.
We chipped that.
We did. Who's we? I think I did.
I did too.
Atwood wins the tap work here. They go forward again, but Hapgood though for Otway. Gathers the football. And he's tackled, but big pack around this one. Another ball up there. Well, they've got to win, don't they, Illawarra Biak? Because
yep, they do.
Gosh, season over almost.
Yeah, keeping touch of the top five. I guess they're a win behind Imson South, so this will leave them up on points. One of those sides, and there you go, three-quarter time. So the Eagles, 12-8-80. They lead Otway Districts 3-5-23, three-quarter time of the Farmers game here on Mix FM. It's Lapino's kicked 4 goals, Levi Dynoven's kicked 3, and Sam Mulgrew, the only goal kicker for Otway, he's got 3. So stay tuned here for a big last quarter here on Mix FM.
On Mix FM, this is CDFNL Live. Mix FM, music that makes you feel good. We've got the latest hits.
And I said, I'm sorry I'm here for someone else.
And the old school tunes you know all the words to.
Out! You got $100 bill, get your hands up! You got
On air at Mix FM and now on Listener. Download it free from the Apple App Store or Google Play. Sign up and follow Mix FM.
Power up your Qantas points with Red Energy's biggest points giveaway. Switch your home or business to Red on a Qantas Red plan by June 30 and earn a guaranteed share of 10 million Qantas points. Plus, earn up to 15,000 bonus points for your home and up to 20,000 bonus points for your business when you pay your first electricity and gas bill in full. Switch today to earn your share of 10 million Qantas points. T's and C's apply. Fact sheets available at redenergy.com.au/EFS.
Don't leave anything to chance. From annuals, Italians and perennial ryegrass through to a tetraploid or diploid ryegrass. All your seed requirements this autumn are at Ag Warehouse, Colac and Simpson. The team also has an on-farm agronomy service available to help you take out all the guesswork. Ag Warehouse, Colac and Simpson, your complete autumn seed stockers. Find Ag Warehouse Colac on the corner of Deans Creek Road and Princes Highway and Ag Warehouse Simpson on Lavers Hill, Cobden Road.
Now is the time to invest in productivity on your farm. Reduce feeding time, improve feed efficiency with a quality mixer wagon from J-Law. When you secure a J-Law mixer wagon from Swain & McCabe before the end of the financial year, you can take advantage of a competitive 4.99% finance rate over 36 months with a 20% deposit. Terms and conditions apply. GST to be repaid in the 4th month. Speak to the team at Swain & McCabe today. Take the next step in feeding smarter.
Is home or business security on your mind? Trust Devcom, a fully licensed and accredited installer. They can plan the best security solution for you. Alarm, CCTV or door access control. Don't risk it. Choose Devcom for peace of mind.
Ben Spokes at come to you with the ideal insurance. What matters most? You'll get market-leading personal service and advice with We Spoke Insurance Specialists. Find them on Facebook. Authorised representative of PSC Connect Proprietary Limited. Please consider all terms and conditions.
Looking for fencing products? Look to your local CRT store in Simpson. Find a large range of pine and steel fence posts, plus unlimited stock of wire products and electric fencing needs. Harlow's Home Hardware, Barrelmore Street, Simpson.
Palsty Agricultural Contracting, supplying, carting and spreading fertilisers and lime in bulk or bins. Even spreading your effluent ponds to the paddock via an umbilical system. Palsty Agricultural Contracting, 0409 3300 79.
Timboon Motors are now Mahindra dealers. Mahindra have a great range of sport utility vehicles engineered for adventure with a 7-year warranty and roadside assist on most models. Mahindra, rugged, reliable and excellent value. Test drive today at Timboon Motors. LMCP 20 032.
For the best clearance deals, go Harvey Norman. Shop smart technology. Save $1,000 on LG 75-inch 4K mini LED smart TV. Up to 30% off Windows 11 computers. All the big brands on sale. Save $250 on Electrolux 10-kilo washer and Motorola Edge 50 Neo smartphone half price, just $348. Shop mattresses, bedroom furniture, kids furniture and storage pieces, plus lounges, dining, outdoor furniture and barbecues. Harvey Norman half-yearly clearance. Best prices guaranteed. Conditions apply.
This weekend, treat yourself to a favourite drop from Celebration Superstore Colac. Pepper Jack 750ml varieties, 2 for $34. Be quick, special end Sunday. Only at Celebration Superstore Colac, 82 Bromfield Street.
Powered by Sports Power Colac, FSR Equip, KFC Colac and Minerva Foods. This is CDFNL Live.
Yeah, our special Farmers Game dedication broadcast. It's the Western Eagles leading 12-8-80 to the Otway Districts 3-5-23. It's about 4 o'clock. It's milking time, Pete.
Yeah, would be at home.
So we say
cows will be in the dairy.
G'day to all the farmers that are tuning in the dairy, milking the cows. I hope you're having a great afternoon. It's been a glorious one, and hopefully your crops are a bit greener after the last couple of weeks with a bit of drizzle. But it is the Western Eagles clicking in the gear. They kicked the last 5 goals of that term. They leave 12-8-80 to the 3-5-23. Baden Lapino's kicked 4 goals. Levi Donovans kicked 3. Sam Mulgrews kicked 3 to the D's. Around the grounds, thanks to Think Order, it's Bombers leading by a point over Elvie. El Polo Bay leading by 2 points over Simpson. Imperials leading by 36 over South Colac, and Lorne leading by 12 points over Berrigara. So at the moment, besides Lorne over Berrigara, every side that lost in round 1 is currently leading in round 10.
We tipped that.
We tipped that. There you go.
We tipped this.
There you go. There you go, Pete. Any chance that he's clicking the gear, Pete, and make a miraculous comeback here, Pete Hickey, the other Pete?
No, as I said, I don't think they're playing well enough, and they've just got no avenue forward. They've just got no way to kick the goals. I can't see them kicking, 8 goals to win the game.
No. There's been some exciting things for the Eagles, though, like Donovan's popped up that quarter, so there's another young talent they've got.
Way back at Robbo. Max,
I can't see him. That sun's too bright.
That sun has really kicked into gear. So KFC Colac, last quarter underway. And Kent, like he's done all day, has been terrific in the midfield. And we're going to get a ball up in the edge of the centre square. North Melbourne won, but Carlton did make a bit of a late charge at the end. 11 points only won in the end, the Kangas.
Oh. And got booed off by their own supporters again.
Probably Snapper will be all over on the talkback lines tonight and tomorrow. Kick to centre half forward here for the D's. Smith's been outstanding there today. Paddles it to Friend. He's gutted and just immediately tackled, and we're going to get another ball up. About 45 out from goal. Cress sticking around, which is good to see.
So Abraham's done a reasonable job on Kent in the second half, hasn't he? Quelled his influence a bit.
First half was outstanding. Burnett, kick was well smothered by Elijah Reid. He goes back in passing, good pressure. Burnett again, likewise with Hapgood around the footy. Fish dived on top of that. Did he drag it in? No, according to the umpire, we'll get another ball up. Winners today in the A-grade netball sofa for what we've got was Simpson 67 of Apollo Bay 40, Colac Imperial 65 to South 46, and Western Eagles 54 to survive the late fight back from Otway 52 as they kick forward, and Stancia read it well and takes the mark on a slide angle. He'll kick from about 35 metres out. They've only had the one goal kicker today of Otway, and Stancia gets an opportunity here.
Good opportunity here.
Yep. And Stewie Sutherland's just giving him a bit of advice.
Said the wind's blowing that way.
Yeah, that's it.
I walked along the ground at 3/4 time. There's not a breath of wind whatsoever.
The goalposts are in front of you, so kick it that way.
Kick it through the big sticks. And that's exactly what he's done.
He did. Yep.
Goal of the day contender, and Otway get the first of the final term.
A Westvic Sheds and Garages goal of the day.
That's just their second goal. Kicker of the afternoon, Stancia's first goal. And that takes them on the 4-5-29 on the Greg Allen Farm Machinery scoreboard. Western Eagles a 12-8-80 margin is at 51 points at the moment.
And Burnett was good around the ball, and his second, third, fourth efforts to get the ball forward was really good.
Oh, their persistence has been good all afternoon. They just haven't had any damaging players up forward that can really put the score on the board for them.
No, they haven't. They've thrown young Ferrari into the ruck too. So
yeah, you got to try something.
Yeah, he did a bit against the Imperials and looked all right at times.
Yeah.
So 80 plays 29 favour of the Eagles. KFC Colac last quarter. What's your current favourite KFC option at the moment, Hick?
Oh, I had a wrap the other day.
Oh, wrap? Twister they call them, mate. They don't call them wraps.
Well, it was in a wrap.
Yeah, that's true. It's the differs their little, I don't know what sort of wraps they have.
I don't know.
Nothing beats the old Zinger box.
Yeah.
Nothing beats that, I think.
No, but anyway, it's all good if it's cooked properly.
That's right.
Yeah, you don't want that pink chicken, do you? It causes a bit of a tummy ache and a bit of a lawsuit as well. But they don't do that at KFC Colac, trust me. Here's Abraham, he's going to be pinned on the footy. Free kick goes the way of the Western Eagles, and Fish has got the football.
Lukey Fish.
Kicked forward, finds Anderson. Anderson bangs it inside the forward 50, right forward pocket, looking for George.
Oh, no.
Bangs over his head. Here's a chance for Trotter. Sends it out of defence for the D's. Carson takes a good class over centre mark of the day. Carson, I was going to call him Tommy Carson then.
That's a flashback.
Bajorio. I saw Tommy Carson the other day. He's going to go inbound. Bajorio kicks. Middleton couldn't take the mark. Lapino's trying to pick it up. Middleton's there. O'Meara's there. Stanciu just kicked the goal. Got it over top to Larson with that. I reckon it's got to be fake hair there, Pete. That is a bush of hair. Here's a chance now for the Dino, and his hand passed over smothered. Hapgood, he's tackled.
Yeah,
and it's been sling tackled, said the umpire. Free kick to Cam Hapgood.
That could have been very dangerous there, I reckon.
Sends the ball now to centre half forward. Stanciu takes the mark. Quickly plays on, winds up on the right, kicking to the right forward pocket. Abraham couldn't take the mark. Off hands, he sends in a bit of a tackle. And we get ball up 30 metres out from the D's goal.
He's had a good game today.
G'day, lads.
Abraham. Nope.
How we going?
The king of the kids is back.
Hick's got his
Going
chance.
all right? Having a good day? Yeah.
That's a microphone, guys.
Yeah. So don't swear.
Don't bang on it.
So, shot for goal. And the mark being taken in the last line of defence by Helmore. He goes over the top. That's a dangerous ball. And Anderson made it look okay. And he's taken the mark at centre half back. Kicks to the wing position. Carson's in front there. Got Metztor, couldn't take the mark. Bouncing footy here. Here's an opportunity for the youngster and Larson. He overran the footy. Picked up by Milverton there. Larson did it right, the young fella. Applied some good pressure. Should have given away a free kick. I don't know how it's not paid, but umpire says lets it go.
Robbo's 80 metres behind.
Yeah, got a close-up, Max. I think the hair's real.
Yeah, it's real. Absolutely.
Ball to be thrown up there as Robbo. Oh, nearly a Falcon there as well. And we're going to get a ball up there. And beautiful sunny skies. I think they heard there's a frost warning out for tonight, lads. So it's going to be another fresh evening ahead.
I've moved into a house with ducted heating, and it's been game changer.
Oh, yeah. It's hard to beat that, and the solar heating, too. That's
made a few of them over me day, Maxie.
Really good to see Scotty Anderson.
Made it some ducted heating. Oh, you made some ducks.
You've got to be happy for Scott Anderson,
I get
boys,
it.
having a good run at things this year. It's really good to see. He's obviously had a shocking run with injuries since he came to the Western Eagles, and really good to see him enjoying his footy again, which is really good to see. Boundary throw him.
Yeah, bit flat.
Again. Yeah.
Going well, young fella.
Yeah, they're doing a good job today, the boundary umpires.
The umpire has been good today.
Oh, easy up, Pete Mullery.
Sorry. Got carried away. Got carried away.
One umpire's been terrific in Ross Panther. Not sure about that other guy. That's the Henry Winkler.
Air pass to Fish. He kicks it inside 50. Altman comes running at this from 3 deep. Really lurking again on this occasion there was Reed. That's Angus. Mubbed up by Hapgood. It's a Sutherland. Tackled there, overran himself, and there are all sorts there. Roland comes out to Dynhoven, kick inside 50. Avery dropped the mark. Up and robs it up. Has a flying shot for goal, and he's missed a lot, and he's kicked it a boundary throw in. That'll be.
Oh, Robbo, that was deliberate. Come on.
It's a efficient attempt.
We'll check in what's going on around the ground, shall we?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, LV 4-5-29, Euro back 3-9-27. Simpson have taken a bit of a lead, 11-7-73, Apollo 8-9-8-62. And the Colac Imperials have gone Wooshka 14-7-91, leading South Colac 6-6-42. And Lorne leading by 18 points at three-quarter time over Birregurra.
And in the meantime, George kicked the point, so that takes them on to 12.981 to 4.529. Greg Allen
Him's making a statement.
Monday ever.
Yeah, well, we talked about that before the game. I reckon they're real danger.
Him's got Alvey next week.
Yeah.
They've got Birregurra.
Yeah, so they can win those two.
Hims could be third tonight.
And
Correct,
Link there still missing them next week as well. So
And Roseby, they're real up to the
sounds
ball.
like I don't think he'd be back in short term
Yeah,
anyway.
particularly with that injury. So
Yeah.
the D's are going to bring the ball back in for a trotter. He kicks it long up towards the outer side. Mark taken there by Larson. Larson's taken the mark. He goes in forward dangerously. Marshall, good catch. Class half centre mark of the day for Tommy Marshall. Don't know if his old man did that back in his heyday.
He did that, though. He turned over the footy.
He turned it over. Ball kicked to the wing position there by Larson. Abraham's been really good. Mops up the footy. Gets around Marshall. Kicks inside 50. O'Meara got in front. Mulgrew from deep. Couldn't take the mark. Recovers quickly, though, on this occasion does Haywood. Ball spills out to Friend. He's going to go through the corridor. His hand pass, though, missed the target. In fact, it's been pinned in correct disposal. And Abraham will take the free kick. He's quickly wells to play off from 65. That's a big kick there. Good kick. And Mulgrew marks it 5 metres out. That's what they haven't done much today, Otway Districts, is getting in there quickly.
You can put this one in your book, Drewy.
Yeah, it'll be 4.
Mark it in the record.
He's done his bit today, Sammy Mulgrew, and he should go back and kick his 4th goal, which is a pretty good effort, considering I haven't had much to cheer about this afternoon. As Mulgrew comes in and he has put it through.
Oh, lucky I already marked it down. Time we did it 5 minutes ago.
Worst thing that can happen, isn't it? You put it in the record and they miss.
Well, now they do score reviews in the AFL, and no one brings white out.
So do you rub it out or do you just wait and hope he kicks one later on?
Yeah, that's what I do. Wait till he kicks
That's the first time today they've kicked back-to-back goals and multiple goals. Today, in each quarter, they've only kicked 1 goal in each quarter. And that's their second to go to 5-5-35. Eagles 12-9-81. We played nearly 9 minutes in this KFC Colac final term on the Greg Allen Fire Machinery scoreboard. Boys, quick question for you. How many wins can the Eagles get before the year's out, do you think?
Well, they can get another 8.
They're back in it.
Well, I mean, they've drawn with Birregurra and they run Lorne close, so they can trouble anybody on their day.
They can.
Back in the middle here. Here's a chance now through Carter. Got the hair pass over the top to Anderson for the Eagles. Kicks it inside the forward 50 here. Excellent mark.
Marshy.
Class over centre. Mark of the day by Marshall.
Have a shot, Tommy.
That was an absolute ripper, and he'll have a shot for goal right on the 50 here. Wonder what he can do.
Have a shot.
He's going to go back and have a crack here. He might as well.
He's running further than Brett Lee did.
So Tommy Marshall winds up. Look at that hair. He bangs up. He kicks. He's going to go to the top of the goal square here. Larson's there. Sutherland's there. Hair passes backwards to Dean Marnie. Kick wasn't great. Marshall picks up the football again. This way, that way, right up against the boundary. And he kicks it out in the full.
We had to have a go.
That is a clanger of the day stuff there.
Oh, come on.
That's tough.
That's rough.
Legal clanger of the day.
He had to have a go.
That's it. Nah.
That was a great dance moves, but a shocking kick.
That's it. Yep. He's no Fred Astaire.
Yep.
Oh, dear.
So free kick in the back line to Dale Trotter. 80 plays 35 here in favour of the Western Eagles. They did kick past the ton last week against Apollo Bay, so a rare occurrence for the Eagles to kick back-to-back centuries. They wouldn't have done that since probably back when they played in the finals in 2013. Kent was just pushed to the ground or ripped to the ground, but no free kick.
Manhandled to the ground.
And it's going to be another ball up on centre wing here.
That's it.
I'll say the sun must have been in his eyes if he missed that one.
Yeah.
But anyway.
He might have just had his Otway scarf on around his eyes there. Lost Panther, but he's been pretty good, hasn't he?
A-grade Nepal today, boys. Illawarra BX 60 have.
No, I was talking about the other one, not that one.
Illawarra BX 60 have given Alvey a bit of a touch-up in the A-grade Nepal, 47.
Oh, jeepers. There we go.
Yeah.
Ball kick forward for the Eagles. Bouncing ball. Larson trying to pick up the football. Picked up by Marnie. Marnie's hair pass wasn't great. Sutherland under enormous pressure. Still through the corridor. Good play here by Otway. And the ball's going to kick inside the forward 50. Couldn't take the mark. Here's Carter now for the Eagles. And he'll try and set the Eagles alight.
Reed. That's Angus. Hand pass there.
Oh, it's gone backwards.
He's gone backwards, but it's probably smart.
It'll work out.
And Halmore's got it. He's going to switch it. And here's Smith, who has been brilliant all day. Chipping ball. Here's another one's been really good. Kent's now going to chip it over the top. Oh, they're out again as Hayward's got off the chain. He marks and quickly plays on. Goes inside 50. Marshall.
He missed him
by about 20 metres. Probably did too much penetration on the kick. He probably had too many weak picks this morning. Trotter. Chipping ball over the top and finds Burnett. They're just happy to do a bit of circle work, these two, at the moment. Good kick. Finds Sutherland. Sutherland marks the smack bang centre wing. Out at broadcast side of the ground. Kicks up towards half forward. Cutting on in front. Dropped what he should have taken there. I think it was gunning on this occasion. Ball pinned and we'll get another stoppage. Just at centre half forward for Otway Districts. So, Illawarra Bay have just regained a lead at Red Rock.
Ooh.
And Imps have nearly kicked the ton there against South Colac. And Lorne have kicked right away against Birregurra. Here's Hayward.
Just thumps the ball out of defence there for the Otway District. Craddock! Oh, didn't get paid and get crunched. Jeepers. I think it was Carter in all that as well. Or Frankie Farnes. It's going to be a free kick, goes the way of the Eagles anyway.
Just repeating here, Aurora Bag 9 points in front of Elvie.
So the ball kicked inside the forward 50. Here's Reed. Twist, turn, snaps, bounce, rolling. Lapino. He kicks a goal. That's an absolute ripper. Class of a centre goal. Not class of a centre. Goal that Aikens ended by Lapino.
A Westvic Sheds and Garages goal of the day.
He just how would you describe it? He was tackled and he just wouldn't let go of the ball. Then he saw the opportunity, puts the ball in the boot.
They swung him around. He almost took his jumper off. He's turned around, kicked it.
Yep.
13-8-86. The Western Eagles 5-5-35. Otway Districts. Greg Allen Farm Machinery scoreboard. 15 minutes gone. KFC Colac last quarter.
So how many has Lapino got now? 5. He could have kicked 8. He's had the opportunities too. He's been very dangerous down there forward.
And he's dropped a couple of marks.
Yeah,
too,
that's right.
Around the ground, thanks to Thinkwater. Illawarra Bag 5-9-39. Lead Elvie 4-6-30. Trying to do the double like they did in the A-grade netball. Simpson 11-8-74. Lead Apollo Bay 9-8-62. Eames 15-9-99, lead South 6-6-42, and Lorne 15-5-95, lead Birregurra 10-6-66.
And Colac Tigers 10-11-71, lead Newtown and Chilwell Maxi 10-7-67. 8 minutes gone the last quarter.
That's going into the lights. A big game that, because Newtown are right near the top and going beautifully. They had a good win a couple of weeks ago against St Joey's. So back in the centre where of the ground we go. Anderson ran the football. Carter in that pack as well. We're going to get a ball up. North Balwyn by 11 points over Carlton, and Sydney kicked the first goal against Port Adelaide with a goal kicked by Justin McInerney in the first minute of the play. Anderson, hand pass to Lukey Fish. He kicks up towards right half forward. Marshall there, gets a kind bounce. Wants to turn him inside out, and he did beautifully. Kick was well smothered on this occasion there by Avery, but his go can have another crack, does Marshall. Kick inside, 50, not great. And coming back and taking the mark was Joyner in the last line of defence. He switches play dangerously. Craddock underneath, a good pressure by Angus Reid. But opportunity now with Roland. Craddock tried to mop up. Angus Reid did beautifully there. Tried to take the tackler on, and he's going to be pinned holding the footy. Oh, no, he's not.
Oh, he says no.
Calm down.
And ball up 50 metres out from goals. We approach the 17-minute mark in this KC Colac last term. And it's been a comprehensive look. It's been a good last month for the Eagles. They're taking Illawarra back, but we understand that they're going to Caught a big win against the Swans just to keep in touch with the top 5. Trotter. High up and under towards the wing. Smith running in front there, created a contest. Free kick has been picked out, and it's going to go to Otway to be taken by Jimmy Abraham. He's been very, very good today. Probably their 2 best 3 players for them today with Sammy Mulgrew. So Abraham has it in front. He goes short to Burnett. Burnett now has it now. He wants the corridor, which he's going to get. Kick into the youngster Larson. Couldn't quite take it this time, but the bounce is kind for Stanciu. Runs to 50. Has a ping for goal to the hot spot. O'Meara again. Good mark. Class up a centre mark of the day to the little guy. And he'll go have a shot and go back and kick his first goal.
He's tried hard too, O'Meara, hasn't he?
Yeah, always does.
Yeah.
He doesn't know anything other than giving 100%.
Correct.
O'Meara goes back and kicks his first goal for the afternoon. That's also a contender for Premium Group Painting Play of the Day as well. He gets his first and kicks his 5th goal for the season. And Otway just making the scoreboard a little bit more respectable to go to 6-5-41. Western Eagles at 13-9-87. Greg Allen Farm Machinery score. We played 18 minutes in the Richardson's real estate time clock in this KFC Colac final quarter, people, Heron.
Yeah, look, that was a well-deserved goal. They've just kept fighting all afternoon, even though the game was probably shot by half-time. The Eagles had jumped out of the barrier early and grabbed that lead, and but Otway have just fought on and just kept it respectable.
Think order around the grounds, Lawn 16-5-101. Bit of percentage here. Birregurra 10-66, Imps 100 leading South Colac 42, and Illawarra back 39 leading Alvey 30.
Could be a big night there for Illawarra. Back got their ball tonight as well. So
we'll go to top. Bury will be second. I reckon Imps will jump
ahead of Alvey.
No, not quite.
Yeah, I think Alvey's got a good percentage, don't they?
172 to 153 at the moment. So
yeah, Hughesy's got 6. Charlie McCartan's got 4 goals.
Jeez.
Paddy Bright's got a couple there as well.
Smith wins himself a free kick at half back. He's going to go inbound and he finds Scotty Anderson.
And you won't believe the 2. Max will come back to it.
And he's going to send it back over the top through Friend. Kicks the centre half forward. It's a chance now for Joyner trying to gather the football for Otway. Good tackle there. There'll be a ball up.
You're not going to believe who's the leading goal kicker for Birregurra today so far. Joel Hayward has 5.
Hazer.
No, has he ever kicked 5 goals in a game before?
I tell you, he would have. Maybe in Simpson's peak at the Powers.
Yeah, probably.
Here's a chance for Joyner. Hand pass wasn't great. Picked up there. Hand pass to Anderson. Anderson now kicks to the right forward pocket. Bouncing ball up high. It's still in play. Lapino picks up the football. Reed. He kicks a dribbler. Marnie walks it over the boundary line. And another boundary throw in.
Speaking of percentage,
fresh boys, isn't it?
It is very fresh.
Imps coming up to a 10-goal lead.
Ooh.
We had a couple of minutes to go.
That is a big loss for South Colac, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is sort of
huge.
Whereabouts they're at this season.
Confidence-wise, but also percentage.
Yeah.
They already were struggling on the old percentage or with the other sides.
And that's definitely not going to help with some big tough games to come as well. They got
Pino goes there to bounce. Yeah, they got Berry next week, South.
And Alvey after the bye too, I think, as well.
Yeah, okay.
So not an
It's
easy
gone through for a behind. So Western Eagles now, they're 13 goals, 10-88. They lead Otway District 6-5-41.
So they go up towards the outer wing. Gee, that sun's right in our face. Here's Abraham. Been very good today. He kicks up towards right half forward. O'Meara's another one as likewise, just at the back of the pack. Apply some good pressure on Borgia, and we're going to get the ball up. There's a bit going on off the footy as well.
Not too happy.
Why do it now at the later stage of the game?
It's been nothing like that at all.
Cam Hapgood's just walked in and said, look, boys, he pointed over at the scoreboard and said, don't worry about it.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Yeah,
don't
worry about it.
Yeah. When there's only, a handful of minutes to go. Boundary throw in. Altman in front. Won the tap down. Ball pinned again. Ball's thrown out again. Reed, that's Angus Reed, gets a hand pass away now to Smith. Smith's kick up towards half forward, it's a bouncing footy. Melbourne got an icon bounce. Joyner just overran the footy. He's good pressure being applied by Melbourne, but it mops out there to Trotter. Trotter's kick finds Craddock on the outer side of the ground. He's got time and space there to go. His kick is an absolute wonky sort of a punt kick, but almost come off. Gutting, hand pass to Trotter. Trotter's kick to half forward. Hapgood's a bit sore too, guys. He is really, really sore. And they go back inside 50. Abraham has a pig. Bang. And that is an absolute classic. Goal and A contender for Jimmy Abraham. He's pulled that out of nowhere.
A Westvic Sheds and Garages goal of the day.
Well, there's too distracted what's going on the play.
A bit going all off the ball with Jimmy Abraham. Beautiful finish there.
He just grabbed the ball 60 out and said, right in front of the social room, this is how you do it.
Yeah,
bang.
That's right.
7-5-47 they move on to now. Western Eagles at 13-9-87. Greg Allen Farm Machinery scoreboard. Boys, the Otway's effort has been a lot better in this last quarter. Something to take away into this week.
You can't fault their effort all day. It was their execution early in the game that probably cost them. And the Eagles were so clean early in the game. So
that first quarter.
He deserves a goal today, Jimmy Abraham, for his efforts this afternoon.
Almost started calling without the headset, guys.
No.
That would have been a clanger of the day. Here's a chance for Hapgood. He's tackled by Fish. Chance now for the Eagles to go forward. 40 points to the margin. Kent's got the football. Hand pass looking for a teammate. Miss him. Here's Anderson.
Scotty.
Just got the ball on the boot. Here's a chance now for Frankie Farnes. He closed Dean Marty. Bang to the ground there. Frankfurt. He comes out now to Sutherland. He's tackled. It'll be a ball up.
Gee, that was good play.
On the 50.
Neither boy took their eye off the ball. They're both a bit sore.
Oh, jeepers. Came in like a wrecking ball there, Frankie Farnes.
3 points of difference at Elvie. Not over yet.
David Robertson throws the ball up. Abraham there. It's going to be another ball up on the 50. So 88-48.
Couldn't be long to go, boys.
It's not going to get a 38-minute quarter, last quarter here.
Don't fall asleep on the Sherms.
Here's a chance now. Trying to go to the football was Kent. He's tackled. It'll be another ball up.
Speaking of happy North Melbourne supporters, Pillsy's up and about.
Oh, Lord, that's what you need. Then he'll start talking about soccer.
If there's anything
sorry, my education didn't work again.
Anything worse than a bad loser is a bad winner.
All right, Hapgood sends the ball. I just feel like you got to give North Melbourne their
give them nothing.
They can just celebrate all they want. Here's a chance now for the Eagles. They go inbound.
Do you remember a bloke by the name of Wayne Carey? He gave us many nightmares, Maxie.
I know. It's going to be a free kick anyway in the back line for Otway Districts here. Just going through the motions, these two sides.
Gee, the sun's disappeared and the cold's come in.
It's got there 5 degrees.
6 degrees feels like minus 6 degrees.
It's over at Red Rock. Bombers have won by 3 points.
Burnett, you haven't gone in early like Peter Hickey did a couple of weeks ago.
It says full time on the play.
Stansfield did that the other week, didn't it too, Pete? Didn't you cop that here?
Absolutely,
the Eagles?
Yep.
The Birregurra fans. Off hands, good play here, guys. Haywood's got the football for the Eagles in the back line. Finds Smith, who's just been...
He's just racked him up.
The great wall of Irrawillipi, hasn't he? Here's Kent with the football. I can see a bit better without that sun now. Here's a chance now for the Eagles. Can they get one last one for the road? Ball kicked inside the 450. Marnie couldn't take the mark. Lapino's there. George tackled to the ground. Lapino's lurking. Anderson's there as well. Kicked there forward by the Eagles. Left forward pocket. Reed's there as well. Gee, it's a ugly mess in the brain of that Lapino. Got the hand pass out. Joyner picks up the ball for the Otway Districts.
Oh, he's paid a high.
Lapino's a little bit hard
contact
to get out off the ground here. And it's going to be a free kick. Is it to the Western Eagles?
Yeah, to the Western Eagles for a high contact. It's a bit stiff and sore, but he's managed to get himself
A few
up.
of these boys will be, Pete.
It's been a pretty tough game, hasn't it? Yeah.
Cracked in.
Yeah, they certainly have.
Lapina's got 5 goals on the board for number 6.
Can he finish it like he started it?
Kicked the first 3 goals of the game. He dropped a few marks, kicked a few behinds. He could have really had a big day. He's had a big day.
Oh, no.
And he shanked that kick, and it's just snuck through for a behind. 13-11-89.
There it is.
To 7-6-48. A big win to the Western Eagles. They're up and about. And they win their second game for season 2025 in the Farmers game. So it was dedicated to the farmers out there. Hopefully they're having a good milking. What constitutes a good milking, Pete?
The cows behave themselves. Plenty of milk.
And you don't get shit on, Maxie.
Well, that's true, yeah. Yeah, okay, all right. Even though on a day like that, the poo warms you up a little bit.
That's not the way you want to be warmed up, Max.
41-point winners, the Western Eagles. Baden Lapino kicked 5 goals. Sam Mulgrew kicked 4 goals for Otway Districts. We had a bit of a Pete-off today. We had Peter Hickey from the Otway Districts, Peter Mulherron. A good game of football today, guys.
Yeah, I thought it was a very competitive game all day. But the Eagles, look, early in that game, they moved the ball beautifully. Their skills, their kicking was really spot on, and they hit the scoreboard hard early and got to that breakaway lead in the first quarter. And basically, after that, it was an arm wrestle for the rest of the day. But look, it was a great effort from both the sides. I think they've both got a bit to look forward to. But from the Eagles' point of view, they've got some young blokes there that. If they can keep them together, they're really going to make their mark going forward, I think.
Absolutely. And I think if, as we said pre-game with Dan, the recruits, I think they've got enough for, if you can keep Smith and another guy down back to really stop those class players.
Yes.
They're really set up because they've got a good midfield.
Yep.
That can run, and they're young and they're fit enough to run. Forward, they've got enough power forward now with Lapino and Tyler George. All of a sudden you're in the mix. Yeah. You're in the mix.
I think Reid could play as a forward too. He shows a bit of forward craft when he gets up there too. So
absolutely.
They've got some options there, and young Dolenhoven, when he puts a bit of weight on his frame,
that's it.
He could be a very mobile key position player. He looks like he's got a bit of height about him as well. So they've got a lot to look forward to.
Absolutely.
The struggle for them at the moment, I'd say Absalom. May have done a hammy.
Yeah, they're pretty bad.
So going forward, they can't afford to lose those class players because they haven't got the depth to cover them at the moment. So that's what they need to bring in is a bit of depth and a couple of the top end and a bit of depth, I reckon, is what they need, and then they're right.
Exactly. All right, we better wrap it up. We've got our big post game here, the RSL post game. Coming up here was the Western Eagles winning our Farmers game dedication broadcast by 41 points, 13-11, 18.
Weekday mornings from 6, it's Mixed Brekkie.
Then we got one more, Carlisle River taking on Beach Forest.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Carlisle River here. Yeah, I think they get the biscuits here.
Now, I don't think they've played Dan since about 18.